Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. My name is Martin. I'm your host and I'm back. I said that like it was some sort of massive thing. Yeah, I'm back. Hope you're all well. I'm glad to see everyone is having a lovely time. Massive thank you for all the support that's been going on for while I've been away. It means a lot. I will give you an update on my father throughout the show, but tonight we may have guests, we may not. We'll see how long we go. Might be an hour. We might do 4. Let's see where we roll. Some new show ideas that are going to come up that I want to run through everyone this evening. One that is actually starting this week. And then we've got some other ideas that I'm going to chuck out. Maybe a little teasers. Some of them are not going to be. Channel update as well, as in the new logo that has gone out. Let me just change that because I can't bloody spell. Can't spell. I don't know what's happened here. Latest. There you go. Right, so that's better. So we'll stick that on in a minute. Hope you're all well. Anyway, let's get some hellos rolling. Good evening, Amma. How are you? Big up. Hope your dad is well. I will give an update on that when I've got through everything. Good evening, Mingy Wong. Thank you very much. Like I said, we're back. Thumbnails, a lot are all coming. Mingy Wong, yes, we've got an update on that as well, where we will go through Savinio, Gabardio, everything. We're going to go through the whole lot. Nottingham Forest value Anderson at 120. We'll get into it. Big up, Pass. How are you doing? New badge. Go on then, said Ashke. Chrome, good evening. Give Forest 115 million euros. It's more like pounds they want. Big up, Tone. Catch Friday, mate. Hope you're well. Subs, I've gone up. We're going to talk about that as well. Yeah, ignore that, Fraser. I've got some Gabardio news. It's a coming. It's a coming. Don't worry. Justin, Ricardo Calafiore is much more likely. Yes, Josh Gabardio is very close to extending with Manchester City. Diana is a cooking, says Bob. Good evening. Dylan says WW. Oh, love the new logo. Yeah, the new logo's gone well, and Ozzy has done very well on that. It's fresh, high quality. Thank you. Big up Herbal. Oh, you are well. This is funny seeing United clown like Goldbridge crying. He will. Easy, you have Carrick in charge. Good point. Remember that Anderson fella City on Instagram, not United, so just might be a hint. Been doing that for a long time, though. Whinge and complain. Proper City lad from Newcastle. Yes, Adam Quinn. Big up to DC. It's lovely to see you. Hope you are well. Come and get these likes up. Yes, smash those likes. That is amazing. Who's that trim young man with glasses in the thumbnail? Elliot Anderson. It's so funny listening to all the rags crying online. Trev, big up, mate. Hope you join us soon. Online Tarquins rinsing Odegaard based on rumours of Morgan Rogers. Well, funny. Yeah. Big up. You do like our content, please. We are on multiple platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. Give us a follow everywhere. We will be live on Instagram now and again. I'm not keen on the Instagram lives at the minute. The reason why, it splits my screen up and it bugs me. I get OCD on the screen. Phoenix, good evening. Perhaps the Anderson bid is tomorrow. No, the bid's in. We'll see what they say. Just saw so many rags making a video about Anderson crying. Why would they want to be there? Blah, blah, blah. They're always going to be moaning. Yes, I did make an error coming in. You know, I've only done this for 8 years, Dylan. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? But I don't. Rookie mistake. Come on, City just paid Forest. Martin, what did his intro finish poor entrance like a boss? Welcome back, Martin. All the best to my dad. Thank you. Big up, Louis. Ash, yes, we're going to talk about that. Man, I just enjoyed 30 minutes. United fans crying about Anderson. They think we are finished. Well, we'll see. Brandon, Rory Jennings said he can't understand anyone joining City over the rags because Rory Jennings talks shite. Yes, Dash. Thank you for the Samaritans link, my man. Rory Jennings is a clown. Exactly. Listen, he does it for clicks and he does it because his bosses tell him to do it. Don't think we'll get to nearly 100 mil. Yeah, that seems to be the number for everybody. Glad you got the background. You've got the dark background so much better on the eyes at this time of the day. No, what is Phoenix? Amazing logo. Thank you. Lee, good evening. Who cares about Rory? Exactly, he's a clown. Trev the Terrible, big up Martin. Rory is a bellend, he is. Rory Jennings is a relevant worm. You're back and seeing United fans crying online. Good day. Would be lovely to get Anderson deal done. Profile is perfect for us. Thank you very much, Matthew Hoyle. Well, nowadays there is a storm coming. I don't mean J Cargo. I mean with the business that City are going to try and do. Big up Dash. Evening, Martin in chat. Good evening, Herbal. Do you think City will get Anderson? We'll talk about that. Tone told us one of his live instas. Well, there you go. New logo is mint. Thank you. Podcast returning, in my opinion, Martin. Show with LB as well, like the Waffle Show. Tone, I've got information on a lot of things. Big up, new badge looks fresh. Hello, Marshy Boy. Hello, Jay Luke. Good evening. Fresh new logo. Big up. Evening, SOS. Hope you well, me or Mucker. Well done putting up with Lee Judges from House Absolute Bellend. Listen, Dante, I told them the truth. They didn't like. Hello, DC. Sorry to say about your father, mate. Yes, I can't believe Tottenham paying 60 mil. Right. I've got loads, and I will catch up as I'm going. Right. I'm going to give you a few updates on my father. My father is not going to get better. Tomorrow I've got another meeting. He's going into a hospice to begin end-of-life care. Palliative care is what he's going under, but they can't make him better. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to pass away tomorrow or next week. It just means we're now on that road. I can say this now without crying for the first time in a while, which is nice. He's never going to get better. He's getting infection after infection. He's been in hospital now for 7 weeks. He's had kidney problems, liver problems, sepsis, COVID, a lot of other things. And unfortunately, it's done. So, yes, that is the update. I don't want people to feel sorry for me or anything like that. It is what it is. We share things because we're very open on this channel. We're a family. We're a community. That's what we share. We share personal information because we're family, and family help you through things like this. I don't look at this as fans and everything else. We're a family, and that's the way it is. So I'm going to chuck myself into this as much as I can at the moment because I need to. Having a week off, 10 days off was lovely, but you end up just staring at walls or doing silly stuff, and I don't want to do that. This takes my mind away. I am going away in July. We're going away. We're going to have a break. On the 7th of July, we're going to close down for a couple of weeks, probably while I go away with the family and have some fun, a little bit of respite, because I've been doing this for 5 years with my father, so I need a little bit of a break. But he's going in the best place. We're going to get him into a good hospice, and we just enjoy the life that we've got, the time that we have left with him. And that's the best thing. Now that we know the road, that's the best thing. It was the uncertainty, not knowing, the belief of he's going to come home and feel better and get better. All that's gone now. And that, in a way, is a little bit of a reliever. It's not to the family, to his grandkids, his other children, his in-law, things like it's not going to be. But, you know, I don't wish him to suffer. That's the big thing. So thank you all. I will get to all your comments. Another thing, this channel, recently, not saying everyone, but 1 or 2% are making silly comments. Now, there is this belief, it's my opinion, you don't allow all opinions. Yes, we do. What we have never said is we will not challenge other opinions, because we will. We are entitled. I'm just going to stick your comments up while I'm talking, so I'm not ignoring people. We will challenge opinions. If your opinion is bullshit, in our opinion, we will say it's bullshit. What we don't want for this channel, each channel is very different. Each channel is very, very different. And what we want on this channel is good faith and honest conversations that happen on other channels. But we're going to make you think a little bit more on here. We are going to make you challenge what you say. So if you say Diaz is shit, that's not an opinion, that's a statement. We want to know why, right? You can criticize players, we can criticize managers 1000%. But what we are not going to do is just come in and be abusive. Simple. We're not going to do that. And if you don't like it, we're not for you. And you know what? That's okay as well. If we're not for you, we're not for you. You know, you scroll on, not every single show that's on the TV or on the radio is for everyone. Yeah, we're not abusive. We just learn on and we just move on. But we're not going to put up with it anymore in the chat. We want people to enjoy the chat, have good conversations. You can have a debate in the chat. You can disagree in the chat. But this number 26, their shit, trying to rage bait me, all that's over. We're not going to do it. Yeah, we are a positive channel. That's the way we want to be. Yeah. Have I made mistakes this season? Yes, I have. Have I tried to maybe, as people would say, police fans? Maybe a little bit, in the sense of I've tried to bring everyone together. Not been able to do it. Fine, we move on. Big up, Luke. Linny, thank you for the 37 months. You are a superstar. Thank you so, so much. One of our moderators. So, so good. Hello, Manchester. So, yes. Another thing as well, I will, and I've said this before, but now I mean it. Spaces are going to end for good. I will join a space. I'll listen to a space in the evening. The hosting of spaces, I've finished. Because what we're going to do now, we are going to do late night shows on here now. We did try it. It didn't quite go off the way we wanted it because it got a little bit silly. What we don't want are shows late at night turning into Twitter spaces on here. So we can do a show at 1 in the morning. We can do a show at midnight. So all we're doing is we're stopping the spaces to bring them here. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to do it that way. So spaces will end, but they're not, because we're just going to do them on here. You can come on. We'll do the phone-in shows then, because everyone's awake around the world. Asia, America, parts of Southern America. They're all awake at that time. So you just come on. You don't even have to be on camera. We can still have a debate. But we're not going to do is go into the name-calling bullshit that's happening. Big up, Chrome. Sam for the 20. Big up, mate. Hope you are well. It's great to see you, and thank you for the 20, mate. 20 months. That is amazing. Also, the next thing that is on my list, because I've been doing this while we're away, you've seen images are changing now. This is the part of the season where we are going to go into our testing season of testing new things. Big up, Dudley. So what we're going to do is we have changed the logo. Well, Ozzy's come up with a brilliant logo. And we'll go through we're going to go through that. At the moment, we've got a nice positive feedback. The logo is as follows. That's now going to be, at the moment, the new logo that's there. Which is that one. Oh, Jesus, no, not that one. We wear that one. No, that's the black one. We wear the white one. Sorry. So that's going to be the new logo. Thumbnails, some will be like this. Why is that in the background? Hang on. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm putting them in the wrong area. That's why. Because they moved everything into the backgrounds. Very weird. Very weird how they've done this. We'll sort it. Don't you worry. Overlays. Right. There we go. Right. So this was the old one. Yeah, but it was white. What we have been looking at, or Ozzy has been looking at, is doing this one. When I can find it. There we go. That one. We just feel after about 3 or 4 years of doing it, we could do with a bit of a change. So that's what we're going to do. But we're just going to mix things up. So we'll keep that on for a couple of weeks, see what the feedback's like. And if it goes up, we'll change it. If not, we'll mix it up again. Yeah. It's your channel, your way, and we're going to mix things up. We're going to get new intros, new outros as we're going along, things like that. Don't worry, DC, and appreciate everyone's comments are amazing, by the way. But as Pep Guardiola once said, don't be sad that it's happened. Don't be sad that it's coming to an end. Be happy that it happened. And that's the way I'm going to look at my father now. I'm going to let him enjoy the last few months or weeks of his life. And I'm going to remember him because he has made me the man that I've become today. And he is my hero and will always be my hero. And I'm going to stop now because I'm getting myself upset. So I'm going to stop right there because I will start crying. This is going to be big up Dante. I presume that's you, Dante. I haven't managed to get to your WhatsApp today, so I will listen to it in a bit, mate. Bless you. Thank you very much. Stay strong. I am. Thank you. Sorry to hear the news. Lost my granddad in April. Sending you lots of love. My thoughts and prayers are with you as well, Sama. It's never nice to hear that. I have amazing family behind me who are supporting me all the way. Yeah, my father's the reason why I'm a safe. And that's the biggest gift he could ever have given me. I'm also going to be there for my mother and my sister now as well. My sister doesn't understand certain things with her being Down syndrome. She doesn't understand what's going on. She just keeps asking where her dad is. And yeah, at the moment, I have to be the strong one. I can mourn and deal with things later. There's always going to be a strong one in the family, and that's me right now. But thank you so much, as you're seeing, the amazing comments that are on screen. Yeah, you're spot on, Puna. I think that's where I'm at the moment. Right. Any other things? Any other business? Yeah, new shows this week. We're going to do some more videos as well. You've seen Trevi's going to join the channel. Trev is amazing. Hopefully come on in a bit. If not, people got the links, so we're coming on anyway. We're going to do some more videos as well live. We're going to try and do 1 or 2 shows a day. One may be a video, one may be a live. We may even do videos and do a live afterwards to react to the video. So we're going to see what we can do there. We're going to bring in other channels as well. You've seen we're Not in My Lifetime Luke. I'm going to do a show on Dapses this season, 9 p.m. I'm going to do some stuff with Dan Potts, hopefully this season. So this is what we're going to do now. Because people know this is my business as well. I left my teaching world to come and do this as well. So this is also a job as well for me as well. So if there are any sponsorships or any businesses that want to get in touch with us at the Mancunian Way and do this as a business, sponsor us, Mancunianway 1894@gmail.com, and we will look at all your inquiries. I did send it to you, Trev. I'll resend it to you, mate. Yes, exactly. Disagreeing with opinions is fine. Just elaborate a tactical sense. Spot on. New show we're going to do. If anyone remembers Man City Man TV, we did a show, me and Andy, or Andy did more of Who Are You? What we're going to do this time, it was great. We got Blues on. We interviewed him for 20 minutes or so. It's how Andy met me. Your background of a Blue. What made you be a Blue? Your favourite game, your favourite player, all this jizz and jazz. We're going to bring it back, but we're going to call it the Blues Brothers, which I think is quite a good name because we're Blues and we are all brothers and sisters, whoever. And you come on, we're going to video it. First one is going to be out on Friday evening as a premiere. Won't tell you who the guest is, but we're going to do your background, where you live, where you're from, why is it because of your family, a game, whatever. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that twice, 2 videos a week per the summer. We're also going to do a you've heard of Sex in the City. Well, we're going to do Lunch in the City, where if there's any news that breaks once, twice a week, we're going to do a live lunchtime show called Lunch in the City, where Ozzy or Tone may host. It may be me and Tone. It might be Rich and whoever. So that's going to come to your way as well. There's loads of things happening, loads of shows. So just keep out for them, as well as the call-in shows. Don't forget 2 form of memberships now. There is the John Stones one, which is the $1.99. So when we do the late night shows, instead of the spaces, calling shows, you're a member, you're a Johnny Stones member, you go straight to the front of the queue. Show fast pass to come and join the show. Because he was what? Yeah, no more spaces. We're going to do spaces on here now. Exactly, Ash. I think Ruben has shit because he was in a suspect relationship. Yeah, that's not really a thing either, though, is it? You can't be jealous because he's with Maya Jama. John, for God's sake, send our love, mate. Yep. Seems Baz's stream and he mentioned champion position. Going to talk about that as well tonight, Pete. Thank you. Just because I've been away, I'm trying to go through everything as we're going. This could be a long one tonight. Old one for me, both for class. That's fine. On the community, there is a poll as well, so you can vote on it. Love the new one. It pops. I like the new one. Ozzy came up with a new one, so thank Ozzy for that. Wear the pink colour. It looks good. Martin, when will Tonali get set? Well, we'll talk about that. It's great looking. Thank you, Steve Belfast. Martin's dad is a legendary bloke. He is. Nice upgrade, that logo. Respect you. Keep your head up and strong. Thank you very much. Are you going to any World Cup shows? Don't know. We're still in discussions about that. Won't be me doing them. Maybe somebody else from another channel with somebody else who does them. I'm not that big into the World Cup. I just want to go away and get pissed, mate. That's all I want to do. Like Trev's video shutting down the nonsense. Yeah, you're going to get more of them. Instant reaction, dismissing it. I don't know why you've not got links. I'll send them out in a minute. I thought people had the links. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, yeah, I know that. I'm just sending these links out now. Let me have a look because these links should have already gone out. I don't know why they haven't. Weird. There you go. Right. Okay, right. Let's get into it then. First one. What do you want to do first? Right. The Josh Gabardio news. Because Tom's put that in the chat. Yes, Manchester City have made an improved offer to Josh Gabardio, which is going to be at the moment looking like that's going to be accepted. Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are looking at other things. Now, big up Michael Feeney. Thank you so much for your private messages as well. You've all been amazing at that, by the way. Thank you so much. So, yeah, big up Spicy Potato. I hope you're well. Well, Dan Aykroyd, be on it. But apparently, I hate foreign fans. I'm not going into it, Ash. I'm not going into it. Right, what happened with Maresca was I'm going to give you a Maresca update as well. So, yes, Josh Gabardio, he is looking like he's going to 100% stay. Everything's looking very positive with that. He's very happy with it. That will get sorted out upon his return from the World Cup. So, Josh Gabardio, very, very positive news on that today. Good evening, Trev.
Hey,
sorry, I've got to call you. I've got to call you Tricky Trev now. That's your new nickname.
Don't like that.
I don't know why they call it. It's like you're some gangster in EastEnders. Tricky Trev.
Be careful. I used to get Clever Trevor, and I love Ian Jury, but
that's not right.
It's boring. Yeah.
Clever. Yeah. Hey, my middle name's Simon, but I didn't because my dad and my granddad wanted me to be called Simon, but they said I'd get called Simple Simon at school, so they put it as my middle name.
This is true. Tricky Trev is preferable to what people normally call me.
I won't tell you what people call me in private.
Cop shite.
I don't know how much weekly. I've been told it's an improvement what they originally offered him. It's gone up even more. So, yeah, Josh Gabardio, as we predicted here on the channel, was going nowhere. And it was all clicky bait nonsense that people want to stick out. You know, apparently he only had a year left in his deal when he had 2 years left in his deal, which I thought was kind of fun. Where you at with Gabardio, Trev? I'm presuming you're going to be over the moon with that, and I think you were like us. You never thought it was going anywhere.
I genuinely didn't, and you know, the tea leaf readers, the body language interpreters, the people who think that when a player says that he loves the club and he's very happy there means he's definitely leaving, need to go and find some shame.
They do.
No, because there were plenty talking about the next step, which is who we buying to replace him and how much have we got to spend now we've sold him. And that's like, well, you know, what you just wasted minutes there because he doesn't look like he's going anywhere. And some I saw before I came on, some Madrid, big ex-Madrid account is saying that Madrid are still interested in him. That's absolute bollocks. As we know, big up everybody, by the way, who's saying hello. Hi, Cafe. You know, I love.
Louis, behave. I give everyone 400 grand a week, mate. Why does everyone go? He deserves 400 grand. Give it everyone.
There's a flat salary throughout the whole club. Not performance based. That's just your basic, lads.
Your basics now between 300 and 400 grand. It doesn't matter where you're from now and what you've done. Hey, come on. By the way, big up. I didn't forget you are on Facebook and X as well. You can stick stuff in the chat as well. Come and say hello. So big up to the Facebookers and the Twitters. We will be live when I get used to the screen on Instagram as well. We're basically pushing forward what we originally wanted on the channel, which we're going to be a multicultural, multi-platform. We're going to be everywhere. We're going to literally be in your face everywhere for the next, well, forever. So if you don't like us, tough shit. We're getting bigger and better, and there's now
we're going to invent a whole new social media platform just for City fans who talk properly.
Yeah, Mancunian Way is going to bring Facebook back into the 21st century.
What was the other one before Facebook? What was that one?
Friends Reunited. That was a good one.
Friends Reunited.
that was our thing, though, wasn't it? Friends Reunited.
Blues Reunited. People use Friends Reunited to find teachers they hated from school and slag them off.
MySpace. That was a good one.
MySpace. That was the one.
MySpace.
Well done, Dylan, for remembering MySpace, mate.
MySpace. Friends Reunited. Then it was history, Family Tree Reunited and everything else.
There you go,
my
Nick.
favourite rumour was he was leaving for playing time.
That's everyone's favourite rumour.
He broke his bloody leg.
Broke his leg.
Sorry. Yes, it is, Mario. It is. So yeah, it's mad.
I got some because I've been researching this video, which is about his Manchester Red or Blue, and some of you will love it, and some of you will hate some of it, but love it by the end. I did a deep dive into the social media followings across platforms, and it's fascinating. I mean, Arsenal are nowhere, by the way, biggest club in the world, my arse. They're about 8th. We're usually in the top 3, top 4 globally. But then you look at the demographics, and we can safely say that Facebook is a boomer, is a boomer platform. It's a legacy platform for older people. And that's how, business-wise, that's how I view it as well. If I want to reach, for my clients, if I want to reach people over 45, Facebook is the only platform worth using.
Yes.
The only platform Man United do well on is Facebook.
Is it?
Compared to the others, yeah. I mean, it's really dense. I won't bring it up because it's really dense, and I'm going to condense it and put it in a video so that it's easier to follow. I've still got it up, but Man United's Facebook is what leads their social media. They get 86 million on Facebook, but 65 on Insta, 32 on another one, 43 million on X, and 11.1 million on YouTube. And City, 58.5 on Facebook, but 56 and 35 and 28 and 9.3. And growing. That's the other thing about our social media. So our social media is a younger demographic, and it's massive. Ahead of Liverpool, ahead of Juventus, ahead of Bayern, ahead of Chelsea, comfortably ahead of Arsenal, who are not even top 10 this year. Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Man U are the top 3. Paris Saint-Germain are 4th. But I'm gonna break it down for you so that it'll be at least funny, if not interesting.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about Treble. People enjoyed the video that was out when the. Yeah. By the way, is Haaland fucked off to Real Madrid yet? Has Rodri signed for Real Madrid yet? Apparently, they were all out today. Yeah, they were all out today, which I found quite funny. Big up Lee Gates. You are a superstar, mate. Thank you so much for your very generous £5 that will go towards the channel growth in the summer. Welcome back, mate, in one of the best city channels out there. Hope you are well. No, appreciate that, mate, and I hope you're well. That's what matters. You're well.
So what do you think is the hot topic tonight? What's the hottest topic?
I think we're at Elliot Anderson, aren't we? I think that's the main one.
Is it? I'll go and get a brew then.
Yeah. Go and get a brew. Relax.
Listen, mate, I'm sorry now. I'm getting good at this. I got a flask. And it's a city flask. Have a load of that. I've got a flask. I don't have to disappear to make a brew now. The only problem will come if I need a slash.
Right. Where we at with Elliot Anderson? This is what I know, or what I've been told. Whether it's true or not, I do not know. City have gone in. They went in with their first bid. It was rejected. It was nowhere near where they wanted it. Their second bid has gone. There has been no reply. It is in excess of 80 million with add-ons. Forest won at the moment 120 million. City are not going to pay 120 million. So we're basically exactly where we are at. If I'm going to guess right now, I think this next one will probably get rejected. And City will do one final one. I think they'll do this 3 times. I think the first one was a tester, an opener, see where the land lies. Because they're also going to be careful how quickly the bid's rejected. If the bid's rejected out of hand, right, then we need to start moving. If it takes a bit longer, right, you're getting a bit warmer. Then that goes, so you go, right, what is it you want? What you're going to look at this as is, it's not people, I've said this earlier tonight in a space. People look at a fee and they go, 120 million, just pay it. Then once you've agreed a fee, there is then another negotiation, which becomes payment structure. So the best way I can put it, you agree to pay for a car. Then they ask you, how are you paying for it? Cash, finance, what you doing? Then you start discussing APRs, terms, etc. That's what amortization is. Your payments over the length. Forest will then could say, for example, we want half the money up front. City go, don't want to pay half the money up front. We'll give you 30, 40 million up front, the rest over the length of his contract. So that's basically where deals can break. I always go back to Declan Rice. Arsenal agreed that Declan Rice, because people used to say, well, Declan Rice was agreed at 105. Why did it take another 5 weeks for him to sign? Because then they were negotiating payment terms.
T's and
That's
C's.
where you could be at. This is a long, drawn-out process, and everyone thinks it gets done. I mean, how many times do you hear the fees agreed, and then you don't hear anything for about 3 weeks?
Terms and conditions, basically.
Yeah. You're going into the T's and the C's of the stuff then. And that's where the thing is, the wages and the personal terms, all done. That part's the easy part. That's the easy part. The hard part's the fee and payments.
So the arm wrestling's over. Someone has won. You're just dealing with how to divvy up the cash.
Yeah.
Like, do you get it all in a lump sum? Or are you going to get it over?
It's like when you buy a house. There's things called in the UK, I don't know if it's different abroad, 100% mortgage, which is you pay 0 down. Or some companies ask for 20% deposit. You can't even enter into a negotiation unless you've got 20% of the deposit up front. So it depends on all sorts of things. So
someone called me a stato. I've never been so insulted.
he did wear glasses though, didn't he? He had a bit more hair than you. But
I think you'll find he was quite fat.
was he? I don't know. I'm not calling you fat, Trev. Jesus, whoa. We're getting personal now. Yeah, Ed's here. Ed's here.
Hey up, Ed.
So yeah, I might have to drop later, but yeah.
Ed, someone wants to hire you, mate, because they're going to have a very stressful summer, so they want to hire you. Yeah, 80 million. They rejected 8. You see, someone said today City have offered 100 plus 10 in add-ons. Well, I'm not sure. The thing is, I've heard some people say pay 120, and some say he's not worth 120.
Yeah, weird argument.
It's where we're at.
He's worth what we're willing to pay for him, or what anybody else.
And he's worth what Forest are willing to sell him for.
Yeah. The thing about Marinakis is, and I think I've pronounced it right, Marinakos.
Marinakis, yes.
He's an independently wealthy billionaire. And that means that the world he lives in is his own world. He doesn't have to listen to anybody, doesn't have to take anybody's advice, doesn't really have to care about people's opinions. He does have to care about the Forest fans' opinions. Yes. And I've spent a bit of time having a look at their channels, and he has to present something to them for his own self-esteem, if you like, his own prestige, his own ego that says we got a great price for him. If we have to sell our best asset, I can turn around to all of you and tell you that we got an incredible price for him. So he's got a little bit of personal pressure there. He is a capricious, like all billionaires are, completely capricious and change his mood at any moment. The thing is that the people who own our club make him look like a clampet because they're billionaires and they're billionaires. Okay. And our owners are the big billionaires, if you like. He's a billionaire, but he's a clampet. He's a Timu billionaire, if there is such a thing. It still means he never has to worry about anything for his whole life or care about what people think about him. So that makes him tricky to deal with. But trust me, our owners are used to dealing with people like that. They deal with people like that every single day in the other clubs and in their other businesses. So they will handle that capriciousness very well. What I'm not at home to is people saying that because we didn't sign him last week for 80 quid, that the club are failing in their pursuit of him. That just doesn't work like that. It's a process, you know. But there is an
well, the other thing, by the way, I want to add, and we'll come on to this in a bit, is it's not a Tonali or Anderson. They want both. It's not a one or all. They want both. One, where Tonali comes into the game, we'll talk about this more in Oil Brothers tomorrow, probably on Bazzy's channel. City need to sell 1 or 2 midfielders for Tonali to come in.
Okay.
So Tonali's not an there is no alternative to Anderson. They want both. But Tonali's bid depends on Reinders, Nico G, Kovacic. So now we're on the other end of the scale. We need buyers for them. They need to be willing to leave. Because they're well within their rights to go, I've got a 4 or 5 year deal. I ain't moving, Jack.
I think it gets done. My gut feeling is, and from the rumours that I hear from people whose opinion I respect, the deal gets done. And we will swallow it. If we pay 120, people will deal with it.
Watershed.
Yeah. No, but
you said swallow at 11:30. I'm all right with that. Go on.
Way. No, but if we do end up paying 120 million, what are people going to cry in the comments? Oh, he's not worth 100.
Well, I get told it's not our money. Is it our money or is it not our money? I don't know. Ed, where are you at with this Anderson stuff? Have you? Because I know you've been very active today in the group chat. He's been like a dog with a bone today, this poor Ed.
um, no, I mean, I think you got to get this one over the line. I think I think the midfield is our biggest concern right now.
I would agree.
With the squad, and I think you have to get somebody with a certain caliber into that midfield. I think, especially with a lot of our other players um, getting older as well, right? With a Rodri, I think we do need to get a player that could take over that mantle if a Rodri does decide to go, right? And I think the midfielders we have now do not do that job. So I think we need to bring in somebody who can carry on the torches that we did from Fernandino to Rodri. So yeah.
No, that's quite. Yes, Prixby, we will talk about that as well. I know who you mean. We will come to Savio shortly. That is progressing nicely for him. I will share an email that I was sent earlier about him.
Can I just say something on Rodri? I feel like
Savinho, sorry, not Rodri. Savinho. Did I say Rodri?
We need to.
No, you were talking about Savinho. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to say something about Rodri because you mentioned he's in the comments. I feel like I'd really like us to have a consensus about this, and I think I can summarize it. I'm going to try anyway. What we're worried mostly about is losing what we can sell him for. Do you think that's right? Let me know in the chat. We're not worried. See, I'm worried about losing him because of the player he is and the leadership that we're bleeding when he goes. So because I love him, and I think he will come back and be his best, and I think we need him. But other than that, the people who are all right with him going, is it because we're going to get something for him this year, and whereas next year he'll go on a free? Is that your concern? That's what I'm asking. Yeah,
that's my concern.
Yeah. I think we're in two camps here, aren't we?
Especially
Trev, there's also for me there's another element to that is if you are going to lose them in a year, are you going to be able to get the same person you want?
Yeah, what Ed's saying is Tonali and Anderson going to be here in 12 months.
But surely they're not the only two.
But I think that's what some fans are saying, Trev, that the club have gone to plan B and C.
No, I think we're getting Anderson. I think that's done. So
I think what they're saying is let's go and get plan A. We've done plan B and C for 2 or 3 years. Let's go and get the A lot now.
Because Trev, we said the same thing about João Neves, right? We said the same thing about João Neves. We can let João Neves go somewhere else, and somebody else will be on the market. And now we're looking around saying, "Shit, nobody else is on the market."
Yeah. But no, I think there are others. I'm going to be honest. I think part of the Anderson thing that I know everyone hates me saying, and I'm sorry, I do sound like a broken clock. Part of it is homegrown.
No, we know that. We know that's part of the appeal, and that's part of the premium that we'll pay. I'm not asked about that, to be honest. I think
no, I meant to some people, because some people will say, move off Anderson and let's go somewhere else. But you have to go to the homegrown thing is real. I know people, if we're going to sell Stones, Rico, whatever, and I've got news on Trafford as well. There's loads. I've told you I've been away a week and I've got bumper information on this. That we've got to be clever with it as well. Because not only when you think, if you're going to pay someone 120 million pounds, their wages have to reflect that money. If you are going to make, and this is the part, one's going to miss Anderson, for example, 120 million makes him the biggest signing ever in the Premier League, the most expensive.
I'm all right with that. I think
I'm all right with that.
I think
now you're going to have to pay him. You're going to have to pay him on that level, though, Trev. So you are looking about 300 grand ish for that.
Yeah, but we're not paying Stones, and we're not paying Nardo either. So You know?
No, but Rodri's been offered new money. Gabardio's new money.
Yeah, but
That money
if
comes
that's what
in.
it takes to retain them, then it's just a cost of doing business.
No, but that's what Caldoon said, and we'll talk about the Caldoon interview as well. Caldoon said it's at the moment. I mean, I'm still trying to get Stefan on. It's hard because it's summer. The problem is we have put a lot of outlay into the club lately, not just signings into the new stand, the women's extension, the women's training ground, the women's facilities. And Caldoon said it looks negative right now, and our bank statements in a minute probably looks like a bit of a negative situation, and we're not. But look at that in 2 or 3 years down the line. Is an old business comment. To make money, you have to lose money sometimes.
Yeah, you got to spend money to make money.
You got to spend it, make it. Short term looks a bit negative. Bang. In the long term, you start, because the club is a very big, and Caldoon and Sheikh Mansour want to be self-sufficient.
And always have been.
And always wanted to do that. They never wanted to be owners. That our owner has not put actual money into the club out of his own back pocket, believing what the other cretins say and the rivals think for many, many a year now. Many, many a year. Because when we've made profits of 700 million and 500 million and all that, that money goes back into the club. It's self-invested.
Yeah. It is self-sustaining. I think the whole group is self-sustaining after the initial investment period. And so for a 200 million investment initially, it's more than that, because the contract that they had with Manchester City Council was, we got that land for a cheap price because we committed to spending hundreds of millions on redeveloping it. So that was a commitment from us. But all that money's come back a long time ago. You know, all that money's back. And then
millions taking the poison out of the ground. Do you know where the old gasworks is?
Yeah. Clayton,
right, that ground was all poisonous.
Yeah.
They spent millions clearing that whole land up to take the poison and the gases out and everything else.
That was all from Clayton Aniline, right?
Yeah.
Or Clayton Aniline Boom, as it used to be called, because it used to blow up quite a bit. It's true that.
It hasn't done that for a long time. But
I knew a lad who worked there, and he said in the 60s it used to be called Clayton Aniline Boom because it used to blow. It's a dye works, a dye factory, one of the biggest in the world, I think. Yeah. It used to blow up quite a bit.
Blue Goat for the 37. Big up, mate. Thank you so much. Appreciate that for your continued support.
I think, you know, what we haven't got is a liquidity problem. We can call on cash anytime we want to. There's plenty of it. Some of the businesses run in debt. All good businesses run in debt to the bank if they're smart, because it keeps your cash flow positive, keeps your cash flow there. So it's actually sometimes cheaper to borrow money. This is where it gets very complicated, and I don't understand all of it, but I understand enough of it. We're in very good shape financially.
Pay's doing that now, Ted. Pay's guarantee you my sources said so. They want both. They do want both. Listen, I think there'll be a compromise on Anderson. If I was a betting man, I think Anderson happens. Tonali, they're going to have to pay 100 million. Near enough. Maybe 80, 85.
Is everyone convinced? Is everyone convinced about Tonali?
I like Tonali.
Right.
I like him. All right, then.
I just was called a Tonali merchant, so obviously I like him.
Is he better than Nico G.
You're the man who convinced me.
Is he better than Nico G. Reinders and Kovacic? Is he better than any of those three?
That's the right question.
Yes.
Does he improve Manchester City Football Club? Yes, but we'll bring money in, True Bank. That's why Tonali only happens if players go out. That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Is Tonali better than Reinders? Is he better than Nico G? And is he better than Kovacic? If he's not, then no, you should say he's not worth the money.
Well, I think me and our kid are kind of presidents of the Kovacic fan club. We love him and don't think he should be going anywhere. And I'm not sure that Tonali's better. The thing is, there's a reason.
Trev, don't do this to me. Trev, don't.
No.
Tonali is better than Kovacic. Right now, in the present moment, he's better than Kovacic. He's better than Kovacic.
Right. Okay.
Why? Why?
He covers more ground than Kovacic. He's better. I know Kovacic is more of a dribbler at times, but I feel like Tonali's not that far behind when it comes to dribbling. They're both. I say they're both passing range. I say they're both about the same. But I just feel like Tonali has the better engine. For me.
Right. Does he crash through tight defenses carrying the ball?
Yes.
Because Kovacic does that. Can he find Haaland with a long pass down the middle?
That's where it's iffy when it comes to Tonali, but that's where he gets iffy. I can't say for certain he would. But see, Kovacic doesn't do that all the time. It's on occasion.
Does it often enough?
You know, it's on occasion.
Before his injury in the previous season, he was doing it a lot. He was feeding a lot.
Okay, I'm just looking at both.
He's also a very capable defender. Very smart, reads the game well.
No, Tonali's a better defender. Tonali's a better defender than Kovacic.
Right.
Very hard though, because I can't even. Yeah, Tonali only getting signed if Rodri leaves. Nope, Liam, that's wrong.
Yeah. Somebody also said, why prolong the pain if Rodri wants to go? I'm not convinced that he does want to go, and I don't want to rehash the interview, 2 parts of the interview again. I don't think he wants to go. He said he loves the club. He says he's very happy at Man City. And as with Gvardiol, some people read that as, he's definitely leaving. I don't think so, right? I think what Real Madrid are doing, and here's my conspiracy theory. Real Madrid have got massive financial problems. I don't know if you know it. I posted a long read about it the other day. Most people won't read it. So you're just going to have to take my word, and if you don't believe me, go and read it. It's only 5 paragraphs. It's not a very long read. But it explains the election that they just had and why one of them was running on the premise of raising 500 million euros for Real Madrid. It's because they've got no capital. They've got no liquidity. They're absolutely screwed. They've burned through 700 million euros in the last 5 years, and they got no money left. And so that's why for the last 3 years, their recruitment strategy is to have a big list of players who are coming up to their last year of contract, right? And then trying to unsettle them before that contract is due to be signed, or an extension is due to be signed, with the hope of getting them for free the next year. That's what's happening with Rodri right now. That's what's happening with Real Madrid friendly media, and it's all access journalism with Real Madrid, right? All of it. Nobody speaks about them without, their encouragement and support. So they get critics, but they're controlled because Real Madrid are so powerful in Spain. Talking about Spanish media here. So that's been Real Madrid's recruitment strategy for at least 3 years since their liquidity crisis hit them. And that's what they're doing with Rodri. So they're getting friendly media who they're promising Real Madrid exclusives to for the rest of the season to put stories out about Rodri being unsettled. And that's because they don't want him to sign an extension so that they can get him for free next season. That's what's going on as far as I see it. But everybody is believing the Real Madrid propaganda because nobody understands what's going on at Real Madrid. But that's Real Madrid's only strategy available to them right now. God knows where they're going to pull $150 million from. Unless Perez is going to take it out of his own pocket and he can afford it. Unless Perez is going to pull 150 million and make it a donation to the club. And he can afford to. By the way, he's a very wealthy man. Right? But they haven't got it like in the business. They haven't got 150 million in liquidity. They just haven't.
Ed, you've been challenged on Tonali's passing. Why don't you talk about it?
I just said he was a limited passer, but I think that's why you have to construct a midfield to where he can just pass to somebody who does have that range, right? Like a Cherky, like a Foden, like a Anderson, right? Like a Doku, right? I think that's why you build a squad around weaknesses and advantages.
Guys, I'm coming to the Savio news. Chill.
Ed, you're not selling him to me here, mate.
I'm telling you, Trev, if you watch the game and you watch Shinali side by side and Kovacic side by side, you'll see the
Yeah.
difference. You'll see the difference.
Okay. I'll give that.
The Ndiaye news from Everton, don't know. Don't know, because he's a winger, and I don't know if there's any truth in that. People are asking me about Savio. Savio is now everything's virtually done with Spurs.
Ches and Dave. He's got a Ches and Dave land.
It looks like he is going to go to Spurs. The email I had was part of it is he feels a bit forced out. I've had two sides of this. Some are saying he wants to leave. Others have said to me that he feels he's been forced out.
Well, the two things can both be true.
Maybe they're both true. Maybe he wants to leave because he feels he's been forced out a little bit. Yeah, maybe he's thinking, I've got to leave because I don't feel like I'm wanted here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, BB. It's very hard. Very, very hard on the Sabino stuff. I feel it's one that we will regret on the line. I know I'm in the minority on that, and that's fine. Yes, he does need to improve his shooting. He is a poor finisher. I don't deny that. The thing that's in my mind, though, is Maresca loves a touch line winger. And the actual touchline winger we have is the one we're selling. Magnuson.
Yeah, but if that touchline winger isn't reliable, then it's not good keeping him either.
But was you reliable at 22?
This is the issue. Well, it depends on. Well, I'm not going to go there, but this depends on. Bits
of me were reliable at 22.
Nope. Gavardio and Kushinoff are both staying, mate. Sorry, Lua.
It just depends. Like, it depends on what you're asking him to do, right? Yes. And I think where we are, and sometimes this happens. Sometimes you move to a club and you skipped a step, right? And unfortunately for us, we got a little too giddy on him when he was at Girona and thought he could easily make that transition. Half of that is on our fault, right? Some of that is on the club too. And unfortunately, he skipped a step, and we all saw the first season. We saw 13, 14 assists and said, okay, this guy can replicate that. We'll be okay with it. But unfortunately, to start the season, that wasn't the case, right? We had Arskabab and him, right? And it looks like both of them are going to go because we're looking for consistency, right? We're looking for goal output at times, right? And we're looking for somebody that can. This is why I say people are talking about, well, Doku was coming up. I saw Doku score 3 goals and 2 assists against West Ham. Yeah. That says, you know what? If I can get this guy to a certain point, that's a top class player, right? We just saw bits of flashes here and there, and unfortunately, that wasn't enough for me to want to keep Savinho, in my opinion.
I think that what you said at the beginning there was really important, Ed. Is that he skipped a step and we all got excited. I think the other part of it is that we all wanted him to be that player that we thought he might be, that earned that skipping of the step. So we all kind of emotionally invested in him, and he's not got that good quick enough is my main point about him. For where we are as a club at the moment and what we need right now, he's not going to get good enough quick enough. And so let him go and get good enough elsewhere. I think we probably will regret it. But I think part of that is because we all really wanted him to succeed. I think that's a common feeling, that everybody wanted him to do well. Everybody wanted him to show us what he's shown us in those flashes, but to show it consistently. And he hasn't. So we've got this kind of data versus emotional thing going on in all our heads, I think. What I'm not at home to, if you like, is people going, he's shit, sell him. That's wrong.
That's not analysing a player.
And it's not an opinion. It's just someone saying, look at me.
Yeah, that's just being emotional.
Yeah. So if we're trying to understand it, partially, I think we all wanted him to be the player that the club thought he was. But our eyes and the data show us that he could not achieve that in the time frame that we were willing to give him. So, get as much as we can for him.
Yeah, guys, people telling me, sorry, Joe, people going about Bruno, come up now 5 or 6 times. Bruno Gomes is exactly the same kind of fee. And he's 4 years older, or 3 years older than Tonali. You're not getting Bruno cheaper, guys. And Bruno's 28, 29. So, bit of a difference.
So is Nico G clear of Tonali, Ed? You're now our Tonali expert, because I'm not.
When it comes to Nico G and Tonali, I think Tonali covers more ground. I think he has a quicker step than Nico G. When I look at Nico G, sometimes I think it takes him a while to get his momentum up at times. He doesn't have a quick first twitch, right? And sometimes a player can get by him easily at times because of that. When you're talking again, I'll say Nico G might be better when it comes to maybe because we've seen Nico G has a shot on him. I think he might be better. I think he's probably better at that
than Nico G. Is that what we're saying?
I'm talking about with a shot. I just said that Tonali has a better first twitch than him, covers more ground than him, and I think he's a better tackler than Nico G. Okay, I told you this, when I see Nico G go shoulder to shoulder with somebody, usually he's the one on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is he better than
I
Ryan?
can't disagree. I like Nico G a lot. Who was it in our chat who knows a lot about the Spanish and Portuguese leagues? And he said, Daniele said that Nico G type players in that position are very common in Spain, and there's nothing special about Nico G. That we could get another Spanish player from that position at the same age, and he would be of a similar quality because they produce a lot of that kind of player. I thought that was really interesting. I don't know how true it is. I'm asking the chat. Do you know if that's true? Any Spanish football experts? Anyone who lives in Spain?
Well, hang on a minute. I think we need to look at this differently because they've said like better options on the market, like Gibbs White. You're looking at Tonali wrong. You're looking at Tonali wrong here. I think Tonali or Anderson, depending on which one, I think there is a concern on Rodra. I think there is. But we have to have some concern on Rodra. I know people want to believe he is. If he was going to sign, I'll put it this way. If he comes back from the World Cup and he doesn't sign on immediately, then I'm worrying. I really am worrying now.
Then we either get 50 million for him or we keep him for a year.
But what I'm saying is a City are lining up replacements in case of things.
So, but what are we asked
doing
about?
This from not getting, City is trying to put the cart before the horse in a way. They're trying to get things lined up in case things happen. They want to be proactive, not reactive in this situation.
But it also
I think is a good way of doing it because I think we've always done that.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah. And I think people, they're looking at different scenarios. And even when I'm reading stuff now in the chat, people are still doing this as though it's a Pep Guardiola system. Everyone's doing a winger and a 10 and an 8 and a 6. They're doing the 10, 8, 6. We don't know if we're going to play a 10, an 8, and a 6. We might not. So maybe we do need 2 8s now. Maybe we need a 6 and a somebody. I don't know. I know people need to come out of this mindfold. They do. Maresca's not a stopgap, guys. He's not coming in to stopgap, play a little bit of pep ball for 2 years, and then go for company.
That narrative's got to die.
We've got to stop this. Maresca is coming in to play his game. He's football. So I don't know. We're trying to. People are saying to me, we bought badly in the last few years. Then when we try and improve it and we try and sell some of these players, it doesn't mean they're bad, but nobody wants to sell the players anymore.
It's a schizophrenic.
We can't buy and not sell. Unfortunately, and this is the sad part of it, if you want a Tonali and Anderson, if you want an Anderson and somebody else, I'm sorry, Nico Reinders has to go.
There was an article yesterday in the Manchester Evening News where he said it was a bit hysterical because it wasn't one of the City, decent lads who report for the MEN. So it was, I don't know, some sort of intern, I guess. And but the point that he made was there are only 13 guaranteed starters for City. If you consider everyone who's allegedly for sale, we've got 13 players. I did a bit of work on it, but the AI wasn't playing very well. So I can't find it now. So, but it seemed to be right that there were only 13 players. And, that's it. That's all we've got. So how many are we recruiting? Well, we got 28. 2 are gone. The 2 definite gones, right? We shouldn't even talk about Stones and Nardo because they're gone. So okay. So we got a squad of 26, right? So we're going to shed 13. How many do we recruit? Do I need to pull?
Well, I don't think we're selling. We're not selling 10, 11 players. I think that's garbage. I don't know where that came from.
No, his contention is there's 13.
And did he list them? Well, was it Bajowska?
Yeah, you carry on talking. I'll find it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Ed, you think we're going to sell 13 players? Really? He's had that. Ed's going to be dipping in and out. He's got a meeting. He will be back though. Well, exactly. Someone said that. But that's my point as well. I mean, the other side, people are saying about Alex Scott, and I feel like people are just chucking names around. Governor, by the way, I've sent you the link if you want to join, mate. I know you will be jealous. The league is more physical now. Cover will not do anything. And here's the thing. If Tonali's so bad, why do Arsenal, Man U, and the clubs abroad all want him? I don't get. If Tonali's so bad, Arsenal want him, Man U want him, we want him, Newcastle want to keep him, and a lot of the clubs abroad want him. Can't be that bad a player, then. It makes me laugh because I hear, go and get me a big don, go and get me names, go and get me a high-profile player, and then people start giving me a 19 and 20-year-old from the French league. And that's where I get confused. What people are asking for is not what they're wanting. So I don't know. Maybe we can explain that to me. I don't know. Perez don't want Rodri. But then if Rodri signs up, then you might not need somebody. But once you give Rodri that money, you can't take him off that money. You can't give Rodri 450 grand a week and then say he doesn't recover or he's not playing at the Ballon d'Or levels of Rodri. You can't then lower his wage back down 2 years later. You've got to really think about this in a sensible way. And this is why we can't just chuck any old rumour. We've got to think about it. We've got to place the jigsaw puzzles in the right area. Donald Sam, it's about Tonali. Perez don't even want Rodri, he said himself after the election. So he's too old to learn at 24. I think Tonali's a baller. I don't. What's Alex Scott like from Bournemouth? Very good. But Alex Scott, here's the thing. Alex Scott is a very good player and has performed very well this season. There is a difference between Bournemouth and Manchester City, with due respect. Alex Scott this is where you got to be careful of. Jack Grealish, for an example. He was balling out at Villa, having a great time because he was and I'm going to say this with every respect to Villa fans who are watching, he was the big fish in a medium-sized pond. You come to Manchester City, you become a cog in a wheel. And this is what we've got to be careful of here. It's all right saying Alex Scott has done very well at Bournemouth. Can Alex Scott do it in a Champions League in the Bernabeu? I've seen Tonali play in the Champions League. He's done it. You're right with Anderson. I don't know about Anderson either. How do I know Alex Scott can do it in the Bernabeu or in the Camp Nou or at Anfield away? Tonali's similar to Anderson. One of them can play 6. That's what I said about Rodra. And I'm totally with Brie on that. I don't think losing that free is a good idea.
I've got the stuff I did based on that article, and the AI was being a bit artificially stupid. So, but I'm just going to pull from it what I can. The 13 certainties mentioned in the in the Manchester Evening News things were Donnarumma, Bettinelli. I don't think that's right. Nico O'Reilly, Nunes, Gueye, Kusanov, Vardiol, Diaz, Foden, Cherki, Doku, Semenyo, and Haaland. So that's 13 that we're sure aren't going anywhere. And the Guardiola thing's been firmed up, right? So Rodri wasn't even in his list there. So the rest of the names, just let me scroll down a bit.
By the way, there's 1,500 of you across 3 different platforms. There's 500 people nearly in YouTube and the rest on Twitter and Facebook. If you can please give it a big thumbs up. That is massive. Thank you so much.
Didn't realise there were that many people in. Should have put a tie on.
Put a cap on. Cover that bold. You got a bold spot there, Trev.
Have a look. Enjoy.
Right. So,
can you email me, mate? I'm locked out I'm locked out of the Instagram. So if you can email us or DM me on Twitter, I can send you the link, mate. That'd be great. Thank you.
All right. So for sale, the 13 uncertain players, some of these are wrong as well, but just indulge me. Akanji, Ake, Aït-Nouri, Rico Lewis, Rodri, Kovacic, Reinders, Gonzalez, Savinio, Jack Grealish, James Trafford. Oh, this seems to be right. James Trafford, Omar Mamouche, and Issa Kabore. That's a new one on me, but he's in the list.
Issa Kabore, right back, who was on loan. He will be gone. He will be gone.
So
As will probably will. Well, Jamal Simpson-Puza is very close to going. Oh, what's the club for £5 million?
So there, right. So we've got a squad of 26 because we know Stones and Nardo are gone, right? So we've got a squad of 26. 13 are going. That means we've got 13 vacancies.
I'm coming to Trafford in a bit.
You saying that we want a smaller squad? What's your number? What's a smaller squad? Is it 24?
Me, 24. 23, 24.
So if
I always think 24 is a nice spot.
So if all those 13 go, right, we're after 9 players to get up to 24 is what I'm saying. To actually just get to 24 in a squad, we're buying 9 players if all of those 13 are gone.
They're not all going to go. We're not selling every midfielder out.
Well, Akanji, yeah. Ake, yeah.
Well, Akanji's not included in our squad at the moment. He's already gone.
Right, okay. So, well, that's still
Grealish.
We still need the same number of players to get to 24, 9. Right.
Well,
I knew this would happen. Once I name them and tell you the number, right, people will start clawing back players that in their mind they've already sold. So bearing in mind that we are selling 13 players, if everyone who said the players that we're selling should go.
Well, there's 33 players on the website at the moment, Trev. 33.
No, but we know the squad's 28 because that's legal. That's what we can have.
No, 25's legal.
Let's stay with the squad.
No, 25's legal, Trev.
Okay. Well, Look, I don't want to move the goalposts on this. We have to settle on a number. I'm happy with 28.
No, those are the rules. It's a 25-man squad in the Premier League. The rest can be made up of youngsters from the EDM.
So we still need 9 players to get to 24.
Yeah.
And if we want 25, we need 10 players.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't really matter. Look, the evening news thing was based on the 28 players who played last season. Enough to count as a squad.
They've always been after 2 midfielders, Trev. They've always been. That's why we've talked about it.
But this is what I'm saying now, right? Think about this. We need to find 9 players. If we sell all of these, are we keeping? Given that you know now that we have an opportunity for 9 new players, right? Are you keeping any of the ones that you've already in your mind sold? So are you keeping a Kanji?
All right.
I'll
tell you the ones I'm
keeping Eight Nori? Let me read the list out again because people will have forgot, right? Akanji, Ake, Eight Nori, Lewis, Rodri, Kovacic, Reinders, Gonzalez, Savinho, Grealish, Trafford, Marmouche, and Kabore.
Right.
Are you keeping any of those? Now you know we've got 9 spaces.
Yeah.
Right. Who are you keeping? And I'm asking the chat. I want everyone to join in on this.
I'm keeping 8 Nora.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got 8.
I'd like to keep Trafford, but that's up to me. I've got Trafford
7
news on that coming up.
Okay. 7, but I agree. Yeah. I'm with you so far.
Akanji's already gone. That's already agreed. He's going in with Milan.
Right. Are we keeping Ake?
You don't need to buy because don't forget you got Vita Hayes come back.
Yeah. No, just let's stick within the confines of this. Let's keep it on.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to buy 9 because you've got players coming back off a loan.
Right. Okay. But we still got 7 vacancies.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and we got up to 8 Nori. Lewis?
Yes, I'd sell.
Right. Okay. So we still got 7 vacancies. Rodri, keep. Obviously. Right. So we got 6 vacancies. Right. Kovacic.
I'd sell.
Okay. So we still got 6 vacancies. Reinders.
I'd keep. I'd give him another year.
Okay. So we're keeping him. So we got 5 vacancies left. Right. Nico G.
If we get the 2 midfielders, I would let him go because he needs to play football.
No. This is just trying to get to a different answer.
No, because some of my selling are based on people.
I know, but some will be dependent. But what I'm trying to arrive at is how many vacancies we have if we.
No, because now I'm going to get. If I say sell him, I've got an agenda, Trev.
Nah, it's okay. The people who say that, the people who say that, people who can't concentrate, they're not thinking right.
I would sell it.
Right. So we got 5. We still got 5 vacancies to go. Right. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players left to sell.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you the 5. Your 2 midfielders.
So Savinho's gone.
Right,
Grealish is gone. Trafford's gone. Marmouche is gone. And Kabore, I don't even
know.
No,
I'd probably keep Marmouche.
Right. So we got 4 vacancies.
Yeah. 2 midfielders, a winger and a right back.
I like this. We got 4 vacancies.
I've done it. I've already done it. Your 2 midfielders, your right back, your winger, there's your 4 back.
And we've kept Eight Nori, Rodri, Kovacic, Reinders, Traff, and Marmouche. I'm really happy with that. And that gives us 4 vacancies to fill.
Because the problem is what you got to think of at the moment. When you see, when you look on the website, we have 33 players.
Yeah.
But some of that includes Bernardo Silva's still on it because he's not out of contract till another.
No. That's not in any of my numbers. That's not in any of my numbers.
I'm going off
immediately
the
went to 26.
If you go off the actual website, Trev, Calvin Phillips is still there.
Yeah.
Naipan is still there. Grealish is still there.
The exercise I just did was based on what's real, not on any of that. No variables.
No, this is on the Manchester City website.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter for this exercise. I went to what was real.
No, but Echeverri, Trev, Echeverri, Naipan are real. They're there.
Yeah, but it's abstract because they don't play for us and they haven't played for us. They could, but they don't and they haven't.
But you need a seller. You need a buyer.
There's a different question. What we're trying to find out is if I tell people that if we sold all the players that everyone thinks we should sell, we will have 9 vacancies in the team to fill. Do you then reconsider who you're definitely selling? That's what I'm trying to find out. If I've lost everybody, it's fine, and we can move on. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to think about this.
They're not going to buy 9 players, Trav.
Right. So we're definitely keeping some of the ones that we're definitely getting rid of.
They need to sell off top of their head. They want to bring in Anderson and a right back. They're the 2 ones we know. 1 midfielder, 1 right back. Right? To get that in the door, yeah. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to include a Kanja. 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not going to include Stones. Won't include Wilson Ashbrand. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I won't include Grealish. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then you buy 2 more, you're at 27, so you only need to sell 2.
I don't understand that working out. I'm sorry, but
anyway,
I'm losing the chat. The chat want to talk about new toys. I tried my best.
No, I know. I'm just, but I know. I said this to the chat.
I've not explained it well enough. Everybody wants to talk about
I hear that. I think the thing
okay
that
to talk about new toys. I just tried to
what
get people
Simon
to
Wojciechowski's
really
used.
concentrate.
Yeah, no, Simon Wojciechowski's used, but he's not included some of the lone players. They're factually got.
That wasn't Wojciechowski's article. It was somebody I've never heard
was
of.
it?
I can't find it now.
No, it's all right. Don't worry, mate. I'm just saying because you've got to include an icon. You've got to include these players that are coming back as well.
No, I'm trying to get away from the hypothetical and deal with the reality as the club are looking at it at the moment. But I've failed. I haven't explained it well enough, and it's my fault.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Tonali's top class 1-touch player. Fact. That's from a Newcastle fan. Was it again with a £2? Thank you, mate. It's your defence you need to sort out, guys. Our defence is perfectly fine, was it? For me, we've got the best 4 centre-backs in the league as a group. There's no better than Diaz, Gavardio,
Alex James is the journalist, and the headline is Manchester City only have 13 squad certainties for next season ahead of a huge summer.
Yeah, he's missed a few. He has missed a few there.
I'll send you the article. I'll send you the link. I'll put it in the
chat.
Anyone wants to read it?
Newcastle fan, here's a question for the chat. What do you guys think of all the Man U Muppet social media blaming signing half a Newcastle squad? Listen, I don't believe it. By the way, United are not going to get Anderson. Anderson wants to join City, not United. And they know that. That could have even been put out by Forest to get City to raise the money. Things like this go on. James Bond, I truly hope and pray that we get relegated to the lowest division in this country. City till I die, bring it on. We'll soon find out who the real City fans are. City till I die, I absolutely love you all.
That's a secret agent from Arsenal. Hence the name 007.
See, we don't need a left back, was there? We've got Ryan Ain't-Nora and we've got Nico Riley, who was the young player of the year. We don't need a right back. A left back, sorry.
Cucurella's off somewhere. I think he's going somewhere.
Atletico Madrid. Right backs. The list is huge. Giovanni Reid, he's 100% on the list. He was a young lad, so he's on the list. Big up, Governor. So Giovanni Reid is there. The Pedro Porro, there is interest, 100%.
I've got one. And I'm not.
Coyote, there is interest, and Palestra, there is interest. Palestra is a lot closer to Inter Milan.
The Palestra one was going to be my breaking ITK effort.
Yes, we do need to sell more than we buy, 100%. What are we doing with Nipam? Good question.
Does anyone know anything about Palestra? I mean, I've watched a compilation and I thought he was brilliant. But then I think everyone who I've watched a compilation of is brilliant because it only shows you them being brilliant. Does anyone know anything more than I do about Palestra? I hope there is.
Nothing about him at all.
Oh, well, I think he's brilliant. We definitely should buy him then. Based on the same amount of information that most people want to buy players from.
So that's the news on the right back. There's been no movement on the right back.
Governor, I need you on the Palestra team with
the
me.
only thing
The unpopular opinion, it's you and me, mate. Always.
The only thing they're actually trying to move on with any kind of force before the World Cup is Anderson. The news I got was there will be no movement on any incomings until after the World Cup, unless it's Anderson. Anderson will be the only one before the World Cup. Everyone else is after the World Cup. So we are going to have 2 or 3 weeks where it goes pretty quiet, pretty dead. And then what you'll have is 3, 4 weeks where it just goes, boom, and everything just goes together.
But what we're going to have in that 3 weeks in between is a bunch of fannies going, our club is shit. It's been run into the ground. We are Man United when Ferguson left. Nobody's buying anybody and nobody's doing anything. And our owners are rubbish. And that's what we're going to get from certain camps.
Wazza, don't be jealous because Anderson doesn't want to play for Newcastle. Don't be upset, Wazza. I know it hurts you. He's upset because Graham Bailey told Baz the other day. Baz went, what about Anderson coming back to Newcastle? And Graham Bailey went, no. No, Baz. He wants to win stuff. Come on. Baz didn't know where to look. I was like, it was like, come on, players are not that sentimental, guys. Good evening, Magnus. Hope you are well. Yeah, there's the thing, Victor Hayes to come back, but is there much point in Victor Hayes coming back if you've got Ruben Diaz, Gabardio, Matt Gay, and Kushinov? Victor Hayes is going to come back to do nothing.
Mate.
He's just going to stump his growth.
Morning, boys. Evening, boys. I think with Victor Hayes, you'll just see him pre-season, won't you? And then he'll be off again.
Yes. I think you'll see Echeverria, Naipan, Victor Hayes, Donnarumma join the pre-season.
Are we happy about that?
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy about that. I don't think Messi's ready. I think Victor Hayes is probably getting there, you know. I've liked what I've seen of him.
Yeah.
We've got to be careful. It's like
Not
today, Ndiaye is someone they are looking at. This is what they've got to be careful of. Because a link appears across social media. City are watching, scouting, interested, keeping an eye on. All the wow words that come out.
Yes.
Passive attribution.
You know, have an interest in. They like having a passing flirtation.
Monitoring.
Everything that comes out. Monitoring's another one. That's another buzzword. That
In
just
love
means
with.
watching.
That's quite a new one.
It doesn't mean they're
manager
making
is
a bid.
in love with blank.
Because the thing is, last week, I got told we were 100% buying Morgan Rogers. So why are we buying Ndiaye then if we've got this deal locked in for Morgan Rogers? Somebody also told me we had a buyback for Morgan Rogers. Why? We didn't sell him to bloody Villa.
That
The
disappeared when he went to
buyback doesn't
Middlesbrough.
carry on down the length of his career. The
Not
buyback
perpetually.
is to the club you sold him to. Doesn't carry on. Guys, I don't mean to be thinking, and I'm guilty of this. People put shit out on Twitter and people just believe it and jump all over it.
Martin, I agree with you, Martin. I think the top target, that's all you'll hear about. We'll get that done. And I think after the World Cup, it'll all go stupid.
Yeah.
Talking about players, I was just going to say, people are still thinking about our players in the PEP system. You've got to get that out. You've got to get it out of your head now. There's a new manager coming in. He's going to use players differently. And people are still in PEP system. You've got to get out of your head. It's a clean slate. So the players that didn't feature might feature with this new manager. So all these names getting thrown around, like, it'll just keep happening this. But the top target, they'll get that over the line first, and then you'll see the madness. Do you know what I mean?
And plus, we'll be able to see if anyone's had a brilliant World Cup.
Trev, Steve loves you.
All right, Steve. Cheers, mate. Yeah,
You said that in a proper mank. You're all right, Steve. Thanks for that, Steve. I was like proper mank there where you went with that, then, Trev.
I'm coming home soon. The accent will
You're
come
all
back.
right, kid.
Listen,
Sweet
listen. I'll be back a week. And I've been away 27 years. Remember, I've had to be understood internationally. So, but within a week of being at home, I'll be like LB when he goes on London channels and he gets the patois going, and everything's about Mandem and stuff like that. I'll be the opposite. Mandem, not mean in it. Blood.
Oh, shit.
Big up. Love him.
You've been away the same year as me.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but a lot of my work depends on me being understood by people from all over the world.
He's a techie baller. He's a techie baller.
I've had to become quite posh. But I guarantee within a week, I'll be from Denton again. and it will be. Denton's a bit Burnagey, a bit Gortony, that sort of accent, you know. And that will come back because I'll be amongst my people. My people.
We're all common as muck.
Yeah, exactly. I used a phrase about Real Madrid the other day that nobody got, but you'll get it.
By the way, this is a great point.
All fur coat and no knickers.
Peer and KPFN have said this. How do you know unless you try? I agree. But the trouble is, I think what a lot of fans are saying is we tried some of these youngsters and some of these, I call them project players. My thing with Savinho was, I think if you bring in a Savinho when we had a Mahrez and a Sterling, then he's learning under him. He's coming on to play 10, 15 minutes and learning. Savinho was too young and too raw to come in and be the main guy straight away last season. And the worst season you picked out was last season when all of them decided to have a shit season. Every single one of them. If you remember, we were struggling to come up with a play. And by the way, I'm going to talk about the documentary in a minute. Wait till you see the clips from that season. You will realise that everyone was shit. Everyone shot the bed last season.
Have I been saying this for how long, Martin?
Guys, it's all right saying that, but you then can't go, you can't spend 70 million and then go and only give him a year. That's how the club go bust. 70 million, sell him at 40. Oh, well, then we'll get another one, buy him at 60, sell him at 30. Like Grealish, we bought him for 100. Everton don't even want to spend 30 million to buy him. So we got to be a little bit careful about this a little bit. You can't do too many. If you're going to the young lads and the projects, great. You need more than a year or two. You give them a proper go then. Otherwise, you're just going in this vicious circle. We might even not end up with anything with Grealish because Everton wanted to loan him back and then he's only got a year left in his deal, so he walks out on a free. And Grealish wants to go back to Everton as well. Which makes it even harder because he only wants to go to Everton. What do we do?
Hang on, Andrew's from Denton. What school did you go? Tommy Moore, me.
Yes, I was about to say that. Some of that documentary is going to feel like WWE MMA.
I don't want to watch.
There's going to be a lot of editing going on. A lot of editing going on in that.
I don't fancy it. It's too raw for me anyway. You know, with Pep just going, and it was a bad season. I lived it. You know, I knew what was going on, and then I saw the PTSD bleed into this season with some players. Rico Lewis being a casualty of it. You know, it ruined that season. Ruined Rico.
For example, Trev,
career, maybe.
Rico Lewis was our number one right back in the treble season. Everyone went, he's going to be amazing. Give him a go. 18 months later, everyone said he's shit and now wants to sell. Right, you'll make money on him.
Grammar, nice one. Yeah,
but this is what we've got to be careful of. I don't want to be, as Sean says, the Chelsea model, where buy them young, they've got a hit in 18 months or you sell them for a loss. That is the Chelsea model. So you've got to be careful buying too many project players. And the midfield is the area of the pitch for me that has been misprofiled and mismanaged for so long for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is we've had KDB, David Silva, Yaya, Rodri, Fernandinho. For the last 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years, we've had a very nice conveyor belt coming through. So
Of
when
unicorns.
one dropped off, you have the next one in. Then the next one dropped off, you have the next one in. The trouble is that conveyor belt has now
Of
stopped.
unicorns.
Yes. So
You know?
now we've got to rebuild the midfield. I don't want to rebuild the most important part of the pitch with project players. I just
But,
don't.
yeah, I've asked this question for 2 weeks. We never get anywhere with it. But the question is, in what positions can we take project players, and in what positions do we need Premier League proven mature players who will slot in, rather like Guardiola did, rather like several players over the years have. We bought them and they came onto the pitch looking like they've been playing for us for 2 seasons. Okay, we are capable of finding those players. Okay, I think Anderson has that profile, by the way. And even Gahey came in and looked like he'd been playing for City all season. So that's good. It went downhill from Calvin Phillips.
You want to join, by the way, Luke? Let me know. Luke, if you want to join, let me know.
Get some unicorns. We need them.
Yeah.
Get to the unicorn shed and just get some unicorns out of it.
We were in a space earlier, and it's everyone's opinion. I understand this. But someone said, well, and I won't name them, they're not here, and it's their opinion, they're entitled to it. Everyone fan is allowed to think how they want, 100%. The one thing that people were talking about earlier, well, Maresca's got to win the league in his first year. Well, why?
No, that's
Why?
It's a nonsense. All I want is hope and continuity.
Yeah.
I want to end the season hoping that we've got better and we've continued to be excellent. And that might involve a trophy or two, and I'll be very happy with that. But actually, my lowest expectation is that we continue to be excellent and we end the season with hope, because we've proven that we're going, to continue the excellence that we're used to. So it's almost like a consolidation season. And but I do also think that we will probably get a couple of trophies out of it. And
if we don't, we don't. I'm not. I don't know. It's
Kathy, hot chocolate. I believe in miracles. Tune.
I believe in miracles.
Where are you from? Yes, sexy thing.
Total Sport, did you send me an email or DM, mate? I can send you the link then if you want to join. Martin, that's the spirit. No mercy. No, but I think I don't mind. I think you can get away with a project player like a Serenio as a backup to somebody.
But in what positions? So in what positions right now, as we stand, right? Don't do the if he goes then this and if he goes then that. Let's say
striker. I think you'll get away with it as striker.
Right. Cool. Yeah.
Because I think striker with enough players, if a youngster doesn't work or a project player doesn't work there, say if Haaland's out.
Yeah.
We've got enough. We've got a Semenyo, a Foden. There's enough players who can play that 9 for a couple of games.
Right. So that's an area where we can look at a youngster.
Yeah, you can look at a McCaster. You can look at and by the way, as an example, Delap. Somebody use, I'm not saying we're buying Delap before anyone shits the bed here. Example, hypothetical. Let's go to the tricky
right wing position.
I don't want to replace Rodri with a 19-year-old project player.
Silly. No, we need proven there. But let's go to this right wing.
I'll tell you something before I'll just let you finish, Trev. Do you know what I call it? There's the old saying, the spine of the team is where no one should be projects. Yeah. The spine of the team, from your goalie, one of your main defenders, your main midfielders, your 10, your striker should be top players.
Right. Agree.
Ready made.
Yeah. I think we got that.
Yeah, or
So we couldn't be selling
Sangare.
any of them.
Exactly. Sangare pay. No problem with Sangare. We bought him from PSG to be the guy. Why not give him a go? Yeah.
So who's our right wing? Is that a project
Semenyo.
or are we looking?
We'll say Semenyo's our right winger for now.
So why is everybody keen to reinforce that area? Is it because Savinho's going and so we
No, it's the left wing. It's the left wing they want to reinforce. But then you've got Doku.
You know, Doku's the starter, of course he is, and Semenyo's the starter. But are
That's
those
what I mean. You're buying a backup player here.
So are those two positions where we're looking for, where we can say that that's okay for project players?
Well, listen, I think what do you class Savinho as, Trev?
Well, I thought he was, but he's not worked out. He's a project player that didn't work out because he was.
No, I mean, do you class him as a first
season.
teamer or as a rotational piece?
No, I thought he was a project, and I think he was forced into a team in a very bad season where all of our defence were injured for most of it. So why do people want to buy a number one winger to replace a project player? This is the bit exactly. This is what I'm trying to get to.
Why do people want to buy Diamandi and Elise to replace someone who was a backup?
This is what I'm trying to get to in my own devious way.
Otherwise, are you willing to bench Doku?
Correct.
Here's my question. Are you willing to bench Doku or Semenyo?
That was a rhetorical question, chap.
That's what I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm saying. The backup level players can't be paid. We've just bought Semenyo. Come on. Pig, I know you don't like Semenyo, but they're not going to bench. Guys, what has Semenyo done to
First
everyone?
agenda of the night.
What has Semenyo done to people? Seriously. How has Semenyo become a bench player? He scored more goals than Doku, Savinho, and Oscar Bob combined.
Just don't like him. I don't like
Got
him.
a shit touch.
Don't
Got a shit touch.
He's got bad shoes. It's all emotional.
We've just spent 65 million quid on him. He was the third top goal scorer in the whole league. And we're benching him. Why the fuck?
To save money, Martin. To save money, why can't you have Mikado on the bench?
Our own project player from our project. From our youth team. It's a project factory. You're right, Governor.
Right. Why spend money? You've got someone there.
Would people give him the time, though?
Well, we gave...
But you can only tell by giving him game time.
Yeah,
no, but like you said, I'm reading it out here. People don't want to give... Semenyo's been here 5 months, Governor, and they're already benching him.
Yeah, I know. I know.
No worries, mate. We'll get you on Thursday night if you're around, mate. You know you're always welcome. I'll send you a link for Thursday, mate. Don't get in trouble with the missus. Don't ever get in trouble with the missus to come in on shows, guys.
Did you hear that? Did you hear him? Sorry, I'm single.
Bench Semenyo as backup striker. What?
That's why I come to work and do it.
He starts, right? Yeah. Yeah. Governor's at work. Governor works in that deal in the lucky bastard. Luke, I've sent you the link, mate, by the way. You want to jump
I'm under my rotunda at the moment.
It's looking a bit cloudy over there, Governor.
It is cloudy today. We're expecting a bit of rain this week.
Hey, it was a cool 24 degrees here today, Governor. Just a nice light breeze from the west end, from the west coast there. Just a nice, just over the old Liverpool docks coming into Manchester. That nice light breeze. About
25,
6 miles an hour, light breeze.
As Trev would know, 25 is our winter anyway.
Yeah,
sound like Michael Fish.
That's nippy.
Good job I said Michael Fish and not the other one. Jesus.
But Trevor's got more humidity than me.
Over islands.
I'll tell you what, mate.
Not techie. What the fuck's that, Ash? What the hell is not techie?
Pause, Ash. Pause.
25 degrees when you're on a motorbike. It's cardigan weather.
Big up your ginger sensation.
Big cardigan.
Big
Hey
up,
up, Luke.
boy.
All right.
We've had Techie Baller.
Martin, we need a world-class winger.
Nobody's mentioned double pivot.
Pause.
Right. KPFN, think about it. Name me 2 world-class wingers without telling me Elisa and Cavashilia.
Well, there's
Don't
Yamal,
name
but Yamal's not going to
And don't name Yamal. No.
He's already bought. We've done him. We bought him. He's coming. I predicted this 2 years
So
ago.
we're not buying Elisa. We're not buying Cavashilia. Who else are you buying?
Done deal. Breaking 2 years ago.
Yes,
Don't give me Yamal either, because Yamal ain't happening.
Yamal and Holland were sorted.
Yeah, heard it here first.
Predator. Right, I agree. I'd love McAdoo giving him the go. But there's something. People say, why aren't we giving these youngsters a go? Well, you're not, because you're wanting to buy a world-class winger and make a £65 million third top goal scorer in the Premier League a backup.
But also, we're forgetting as well, Maresca hasn't even arrived yet. There's no idea what wants to do. So we're just assuming what wants to do here. So I thought it's like trying to get what Pep's going to do his first year. Who knows?
As long as he doesn't go and get an elite or Amara.
No.
Yeah,
the concept
was touch in the FA Cup final, was it? Sorry, he slipped on the surface and his foot went a little bit round and it just backheeled into the net.
It was a fluke.
Part of the context was something that I keep banging on about, so I'm going to bang on about it again. I was asking, in which players can we risk buying a project player? Right, and we have ended up at the left and right wing, right? But everyone seems to be interested in buying the world's greatest left and right wingers and dropping Doku and Semenyo. That's where we were. Over to you.
Yeah, for me, right, Doku for me is getting better and better. I don't know why you want, like, for me, Doku right now is on the brink of being one of the players that will be, again, Walcott is a big one for anyone. Again, he's got years of him to go in his career. But he has the ability to do it. Last season, you could see glimpses of a player that you could tell, like he's like shooting. He's starting to get it on board, but now assisting, he's getting there. Like I watched him for Belgium, recently with De Bruyne around him. He's got better and better already. You can tell he's learning and he's getting more confident in himself as well. It'll be a big player for us, you know, next year as well. I don't know why you want to get rid of Doku right now when a certain Lamine Yamal that everyone rates high, but I rate him too, says it's better players to watch are Doku and Cherky, and Doku's the player that I'm referencing here. So if he rates him, why don't you guys rate him?
I want him to
This
rate
is a
him.
great one.
I want Yamal to rate him on the pitch.
See, now, but Trev, that's thinking now what Kay's done. Akalouche, yeah, 23, young lad, done bits in League One, done quite well. You could rotate him.
Comes with a ready-made song. Comes with a ready-made chant.
Akalouche.
He put the ball in the box.
See, 1894, you don't have to pay
follow-
anything. We're making these songs up for you.
ChatGPT.
But comes with the chant.
Come on. I've seen loads of players do that.
Do we really need someone on the right wing? Well, I think we should have. You could gamble on a project player for the right back. Like you don't want a superstar right back. You just want like a £30 million player. You've always got the option of Cousinov going there, but you only want a backup for Nunes. I don't think about the right wing we need anyone. So you got Chirkit going there, even Foden, and one of them can sit in the middle in number 10. Right. Depends on the new manager.
Spot on.
This is what I mean. We're guessing what Maresca's hasn't come in yet. I don't know what it's going to do.
That's right.
Get me Elisa. Get me Elisa. So, you think Manchester City are going to compete with Real Madrid and go in at 175 million quid for Michael Elisa?
He's great, by the way. He's a great player, by the way. I do rate him.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I'm sorry, Bells, you won't like this. That's FIFA, mate. I'm sorry, City won't do that.
But it also includes a 25 million piss boiling premium. You know, which I think is always worth something. You've got to add that. It's a bit like, homegrown. it adds a certain amount to a player. Well, piss
Technically-
boiling definitely adds at least 10%.
Martin, technically, he's homegrown. He's homegrown, Martin, technically, isn't he? At least say, technically. He's homegrown.
City didn't rate him at 65 million. Not a lot of teams actually rated him at
I
65
like him, to
million.
be fair.
At the time, it was said Bayern had took a gamble on him at that money because he'd come off a couple of bad injuries.
Yeah.
And
Palace.
people weren't a bit sure about him. They were actually saying when you go back to Palace days, they had Eze higher up than Elisa. So yeah, it's weird how it happens.
I'd start a GoFundMe to get Elise. I'd start an OnlyFans to get Elise.
Whoa! No, we want to make
Steady on.
How much he made? 200
It's a
million.
very niche market. Very niche.
Who wants to drop Doku? Yeah, bloody hell. We can't drop Doku. Jesus, there'll be World War 3, 4, 5, and 6 if that what happens. You'll upset Ed to start off with. Right, Trafford. Update on that. The club want Trafford to stay. It is correct. They have talked.
Oh, it's all gone quiet, hasn't it?
Deal. They have talked about a new deal and loaning him for 2 years.
To who?
Okay.
That's a question. To who?
Doesn't matter, does it? As long as you got a buyback.
The trouble is,
a loan.
No, but the trouble is, Governor, this is whether Trafford trusts it, because now Trafford's got to trust him for 2 years for a second time and putting trust in the club.
So if you're saying 2 years, right? That means they're not confident on Donnarumma, then, are they? Well, he might be on his way.
No, they are confident on Donnarumma. Yeah.
What, for another 2 years?
Donnarumma's going nowhere. I don't know where that Donnarumma is going nowhere.
I know that, but with you saying loaning him for 2 years, does that mean he's coming back then?
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed he's coming back to be number one. You can't guarantee it to anybody, Governor.
No, you can't. Because I'm guessing is it Watmouth's going out alone again, probably? Someone?
Yes.
Yeah.
The problem is
He'll stay at Rochdale, won't he? I mean, he's just gotten promoted.
Or Stockport. Just seen that manager's gone to Stockport, Ross manager, so could go there.
They are not selling. You see, it makes me laugh because everyone goes Donnarumma, and I don't want to get into the big Donnarumma debate again because I'm bored of that, really. This Donnarumma thing, he doesn't want to stay. Well, I got told KDB wasn't going to stay. I got told Haaland wasn't going to stay. I got told David Silva wasn't going to stay. I got told Yaya Toure was going to piss off after 2 years to Real Madrid. The company was going to Barcelona for 3 years. Everyone who says they're going to leave doesn't leave. People don't realize this. Gigi Donnarumma is one of the most liked players in the whole squad.
Yep.
They love him. You saw what happened at the co-op. So why not many players want to leave that?
He probably brings lovely biscuits.
And also, he's part of the sparring. Like, imagine the passion of Diaz, Vardio, Rodri, around, especially in Europe as well in the big nights.
Yeah, this is what I'm about to say. That's what the club want. The club wanted Bernardo Silva to sign a new 1 year deal. He didn't. Just because the club want him to sign a new deal and go on loan for 2 years doesn't mean James Trafford wants to do that.
No, exactly.
There is a difference between the club want, player wants. If that player wants to go, he's going to go.
And it breaks my heart that James Trafford wants to go. Absolutely breaks my heart because I know what his future is.
Well, Newcastle do want him. Newcastle want him. Leeds want him. Aston Villa want him.
Right. Is the Villa one because Martinez is going to Juventus?
Yes, Martinez is going to leave Villa, so he could go in there. Tottenham were, but they've gone for Van Bruggen or whatever his name is.
Bob Bruggen. To be fair, Verbruggen and Van Hecker, what they're doing with Tottenham, they're showing the deserve.
Van Hecker, that's it. Thank you, Luke.
Yeah. No, Spurs are doing quite well. Well, Savinho with a lot of money is interesting. So he does under deserve.
Don't know about that, Bob. I will ask. I don't know about that. Yeah, Governor's having some connection issues from his tropical sunshine at the moment.
I wouldn't mind
the
giving
sun's a bit too warm on the phone.
I wouldn't mind giving Yosko the number 4 shirt if Calvin leaves. Well, when he leaves, because especially with obviously being
Is he going to fucking leave though? I mean, Calvin, I know you probably watch it. I love you, mate, and I think you're a nice person.
Taxi.
For the best of your career, go and play football. Go and play football for your career, mate. You deserve it. And Sheffield United will be a great time.
Guys, connection.
Hey. Someone offering their trust fund. Oh,
yeah,
no.
but spicy potato, like I said, and I know it means Joad Musa. Is he talking Newcastle or City? It's not really a City signing, is it?
From Academy Natalie's.
We cannot rely on Foden after the
Stop that. Stop
Trev,
it.
I will let you deal with that.
I'm just so bored with this narrative. Here's the facts. Everybody had a bad season 2 seasons ago, and you're going to see that in the documentaries that are coming out. We had all of our defence out for most of the season. That affected everybody in front of the defence. And if you don't think it did, you're insane. It did. That's 1 year of the 2 year Foden was bad narrative. Destroyed. That's 1 year. You're down to a year. Okay. Now then, you might have to do some work here. Just go and look at his stats from the beginning of the season until the end of December, and he was on treble season winning Foden form. Okay. Something went wrong in January, and he had a bad run of form until the end of the season. That's the only period you're allowed to say. In my world, you might be all right to say it in the chat. You might be all right to believe it amongst your friends, but I will always come back at you if you say this. Okay. If you say that Foden has been shit for 2 years, you're not thinking it's an opinion, but it's lazy and it's counterfactual. End of.
Exactly. And also, let's see how Phil does on Maresca as well. Let's see how he does. That's what I say. I mean,
Jarvis, you taking the piss with that?
What?
Someone sat on a keyboard.
Jarvis, what's that? Have you messaged keyboard?
He first.
You've fallen asleep on your keyboard, Jarvis.
Oh, wait a minute. No, maybe it's patois. Maybe it's YouTube.
I don't. Can anyone decode that? Fucking decode that.
Out hate.
Jesus! Thank God! Whoa! 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 Breaking news.
Hello, legends.
Who's that?
Who the fucking hell are you?
Hello, legends. And
how have you got into the show?
Yeah.
Told you left the spare set of keys with me about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Listen, we've done it.
The off season can leave us a bit lackluster, can't it? Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Call off the milk cartons. He's been found. He's alive. He's well. We don't.
Yep.
Yeah. Another week of this, and I think Martin.
And then you're going back on another 19-week hiatus.
I think if I'd stayed off another week, Martin would have started a true crime podcast.
I was on the verge of like, who the hell is that? Look, DC, is that Patrick? Surely not.
Yeah.
People have forgotten what you look like.
It's off season, mate. I'm just taking it easy.
Who on earth's that? I got kidnapped by aliens.
It's not a nice one.
It's lovely to see you back, Pat.
Yeah, good. Thanks. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Yeah, no complain. No one listens. You know how it is. Getting
I
ready
need
for
a
Sunday.
break.
Should be good. Getting ready for it.
I will say, by the way, the new logo that Aussie designed seems to have gone down very, very well. So we're going to stick with it for a little while, I think. I think everyone likes it. They like the refresh. Look at the back. Yeah. See, now the background was only a tester because that was based on last season's home kit that I forgot all about. I designed it and then didn't realise. So I now need to change. The idea is, do you see how it's gone from blue and then goes to white?
Forgot about it. He put his sodding great big sash across it.
Yeah, but look, it goes blue and then goes to white at the bottom.
Right.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Newcastle had gone for it. Oh, wow. Right, Maresca news. Maresca is going to be the new Manchester City manager. It is with lawyers at the moment. we are looking like we are going to have to pay some form of compensation to Chelsea. We did have a meeting in December. Unless anything changes, we're probably going to end up having to pay a few million to Chelsea.
Why?
Because we had a meeting with him while he was still Chelsea manager, governor.
Was that that time when it was associated parking?
Yes.
Okay. Naughty boy.
We basically tapped him up. We basically said, fucking jobs here, Pep's going, won it. Which, by the way, I can't wait for this documentary to come out because everyone's going to come back to me and go, you were fucking bang on in December. Governor talks a load of shit.
I'll be guilty on that.
I will say that documentary it'd be interesting to see, not necessarily just for how bad it was, but just to see what happened to the players during that bad run of form went on. I want to see what went on behind the scenes because that bad run of form that went on 24-25, like that wasn't normal for us.
He threatens to quit a lot.
Pep.
Yeah,
that 1 in 14 season, he threatens to quit about 4 times.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
It was
You're
bad.
gonna see it.
It was very bad.
When you watch that first two, I think it's going to be a 4-part documentary, a £10 million deal with Amazon. We've got the first 2 episodes are going to be the 1 in 14 season. The last 2 are going to be the season just gone, the cup double, and he walks away. You will start seeing in that first 2 episodes the cracks evolving of his departure.
Yeah.
You will see it. Khaldun mentioned it. He talked him off the edge so many times. But this year it was, no, I am going. And Khaldun said, I knew. I wasn't fighting it anymore. So, and then he went, and now he's playing golf at concerts and doing Barcelona interviews about the Champions League and God knows what. Yes, be careful with that, though, because they've also got rid of 3 goalies, Andrew. Pope's going to leave, Ramsdale's gone back, and they're also looking at selling Giakoudilas, whatever his name is, the Greek goalie. So they do need to buy 2 goalies.
Yeah.
They need to buy 2 goalies.
Yeah.
Well, if they're offering that to Trafford, but again, they offered Bernardo a 1-year deal. Does that mean Anderson want to sign Dash? Again, what club want? You're never going to get swap deals with Tonali, Trafford, and Rico because it can't be done on SCR. You can't do swap deals with SCR. There would have to be separate deals, and then they've got to go through the Premier League to be shown that they are of market value. If you do, so for example, if we bought Tonali and then we sold Trafford 2 days later to them for an amount of money, the Premier League would investigate both deals.
Yeah.
To make sure it's done right and proper. You can't help each other now on deals. It's not allowed. That loophole has been closed.
Did someone just mention Chakademus? Who's that?
The Newcastle goal. People say Newcastle was part of
nobody.
Said but they're selling for.
Is he getting back together with pliers?
That's what they call him.
Chakademus.
I just phoned him to come back.
Sweet like banger.
Martin, everyone's saying Foden is the new Joe Allen. Who's everyone? Who's everyone?
Don't do this in here.
I get in trouble when I say that, so don't say everyone. Say my opinion.
People just stay off X. Honestly, it's some of this stuff, man. As people go on there,
it's a fair point. We cannot rely on him, but we can't put our trust in him getting back. Why?
Yeah. If you're gonna come here and say things like that, you just have to understand that you will get an emotional response. Particularly,
Spicy Potato was not going to be sold. He's just been off. He's going to sign a new deal.
It's not been for 2 seasons. I've just walked you through it. I can explain it to you. I can't make you understand it. That's you. That's a you thing.
He's asking you a question now, Trev. Trev, why did Edison, Gundogan, and Kanji leave? Why didn't they get excuses like Foden did?
Are any of them from Manchester? I'm very honest about this. That's worth something. He's one of our own. He's also won a treble with us. And
Edison's not a City fan. Gundogan's not a City fan. Akanji's not a City
Also,
fan.
Edison,
Are they from
Edison left.
Manchester? Are they
None of them were ball
Are they
boys.
from the reddish part of Stockport? No.
Gundogan was ready
Right.
to go because of
Yeah.
his age. Akanji is coming up ready to go because of his age. And Edison wanted to go because his family were getting death threats.
Which
So
is honest,
if you're going to ask me a question like that, think about it first. Give me an apples versus apples question.
for me personally,
I'm
right,
being harsh on you, but I just hate this lazy thinking of Foden's had 2 bad years because he hasn't, and I've just proven it to you. And, you know, you can go and look up the stats because I'm not lying. Okay? Just go and look at the stats.
for me
And
personally,
I will
Let's
defend
be
Phil
honest. Let's be
Foden
honest, Trevor. You can put one
until
of
his
those bad
legs fall
seasons
off.
under the rug too, because everybody had a bad season.
That 1 year, that was exactly my point, Pat. That's what I said
Everybody
before.
was, yeah.
Everybody,
me,
because we had 5 defenders who were out all at the same time for overlapping months. And I've even got a graphic of that, of the months that they overlapped where we didn't have a defense, right? And then somebody once said to me in response to this point, well, that doesn't affect what the forwards do. Oh, really? That's like a child's understanding of how things work. If you have no defense that you can rely on, you're going to start playing more conservatively, which is what we did. Everything became lateral. All the passes became risk averse. Everybody became risk averse for that whole season because nobody knew what the fuck was going on behind them. And they didn't want to give the ball away because we were getting scored on every transition. And so that changed everything for everybody. And that's not an excuse. Trev, respectfully, that's just an excuse, to be honest. But no, that's you with an agenda. You don't like Phil Foden. That's fine. But say that. Do not try and argue. And don't disrespect me. You say respectfully, but you're actually disrespecting me because I've taken the time and treated you like an adult. And I've walked you through.
Listen, I'm going to say it.
Explanation of what happened there. Right. And I've told you to go and do the research. Go and look at his stats from August until the end of December this season. Right. Right. So last year I write off, and most sane people will. Pat's backing me up on that. And so will most sane people. So you can forget your 2 years. You're down to a year, and then go and look at his stats from August until the end of December. And he was as good as he was in the treble season on every single metric. Right. So you're down now from January until the end of this season. Yeah. He had a bad run of form. Obviously, some problems.
The thing is with Phil, we know what Phil can do. He's done it before. So, every player has a dip in form. If he was a new player and he was doing that now, like for instance Savio, yes, I agree with you. You'd say, get rid. But we know what Phil can do. Just a dip in form.
Well, Governor, I'll explain it today. He has an agenda, but he doesn't understand. You know why? Because unfortunately, he is going to be protected by fans who are local in Manchester. I'm sorry, he will. I know people may not
can't
like
see the
that.
chat.
They may not accept that. He is. Because he was the first proper academy graduate who came through and won Player of the Year, not just for City, Player of the Year in the whole of the Premier League, Football Writers Player of the Year, which was voted for by the football writers. The Player of the Year was voted for by his peers, meaning the rest of the players. He's won more Premier Leagues than anyone else. He's done 100 times more than Saka. Unfortunately, Spicy Potato, and anyone else, this happens. You go to Arsenal. The London-based Arsenal fans will defend Saka. Newcastle fans defend Miley. City fans defend you. It maybe is wrong in your eyes. I don't deny that. But it does happen. That's why the song is, he's one of our own. Phil Foden, he's one of our own.
And Free Angler, please explain to me how I've been arrogant. All I've done is put a good argument together. So explain to me how I've been arrogant.
Unfortunately, again, you're not going to like the answer, Spicy Potatoes. a lot of City fans, especially the local ones, will give him as long as anything. Rashford was given how long by United fans?
And they're not even from Manchester.
Maybe it's an English thing, and maybe that's wrong. I'm not saying it's not. No one's saying it's not a rubbish argument. People are asking why.
What's your argument? What's your argument?
We're saying
a coherent, more than 3-word long argument about Foden. Go on, do it. Give me your facts. Give me your argument. Do it.
No, guys, calm down. We're not going to be like that.
I'm just so bored.
Let's not call people knobheads in the chat. Calm down. If you're going to do that, we're not doing that. It's a debate, and we can debate. No, that's fine. You're from myself, but that's fine. But I'm telling you, you're asking what the reason is. We're telling you the reason. You don't like the reason.
Therefore, you've got to come back with reasons, not just call me arrogant.
Odin got 2 years to fix up. Says who?
No, we didn't. We've just been through this. How many more times do we have to go through the same argument? Like I said, I can explain it to you. I can't understand it for you.
You're not going to change his opinion.
I wish I could.
You're not going to change.
This is a pile-on from some mad X account where everyone piles on everybody. That's what's going on here. I've seen this shit before.
I'm not saying Foden was not good for 6 months. Totally agree with you.
From January until the end of the season, he was not brilliant. He was bad.
Nobody was Foden more than me. I agree. He was poor. There was other things going on. Right, but not from Arsenal fans locally, Spicy Potato. They protect him.
Are you saying we should be like that?
I think he's another Alan. Foden shit. Savio shit.
Everyone's shit.
One of them, innit?
Yeah. I can't be doing that.
Cade, that's fine.
He's not been fit for 2 seasons, Cade.
Cade.
How many times
People are asking us why we do what we do. We're giving you the answer. You don't like the answer. We're being honest. We're not saying it's right and we're not saying it's wrong. We're being honest.
Yeah, you don't have to agree. You know, it's your opinion. That's it.
See, babysitting, that's an emotional phrase. It's all emotional. No, we're protecting a player that we believe in because of what he's achieved for us, and he's had a poor 5 months. So we're defending him. We're defending him on his record of how good he's been for us and how good he will return to being optimists. Now, maybe he doesn't, and that's fine, but it doesn't mean you're right if he doesn't. And our role as City fans is to back our players when they're having a tough time, not to throw them.
You back your local player. It's just get over it. That's what we do.
You back your own team's player, mate. Especially when we live in a world where the whole media.
Hang on, hasn't he got Foden and his bloody emoji there? Or am I looking at something wrong?
No, but
you're right about Foden, but he does get babysat. Well, you've got a Foden picture.
That is Foden, yeah.
The other thing is, we live in a world where every team hates Man City, right? And the media hate us, and the whole of X hates us, except for ourselves. The rest of the world all we've got is ourselves, and all our players have is us. That's it. And if we can't back our own players, then I'm sorry, I don't know where we are right now. I love the fact that we've grown internationally and we've got fans from all over the world. I think it's the best thing that's ever happened to us. It's brilliant. And I listen to their opinions and treat it with the same respect that I do, with local fans. And I've learned so much from different ways of looking at things. It's been absolutely brilliant, right? But I can't stop being a Manc, defending a Mancunian player who lived our dream from being a ball boy to being the player of the year and winning a treble. I'm sorry, but that means something to me, and it will never not mean something to me.
At the same time, Trev, if he's bang average and he's shit, then we'll call it out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. He's gone. But we'll have a
Right,
reason.
hang on. Just every time we have to give Foden reassurance, get sorry. But we get told that it's a mental health issue. I'm never going to take the piss out of mental health. I'm not saying you are, but maybe people are giving him reassurance because maybe mentally he is a bit drained. Maybe he is suffering mentally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not a person who I do believe in mental health because I've suffered from mental health. Other people, I understand, don't believe in it and they disagree with it. That's fine. That's your opinion. But I think, again, people aren't going to like the answer, and I want to move on from it because
this person out. I'm getting tiring. How much of a weak personality do you have?
He's already gone. He's left.
Red card.
He's left. He's already said bye. He said experts bye. He's gone. So, yeah. Listen, for some weird reason, I don't know what it is, but the Foden stuff triggers everyone. And that becomes a very...
Well, I just think they're parts of some really unhealthy communities where piling on our players is seen as cool and edgy.
Sack everyone that doesn't do well, replace them every year. It's not how it works, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, we back all players on here. I've criticised Foden, I've criticised Diaz, I've criticised Nico G, I've criticised Rodri, I've criticised Haaland. I called him laser.
Last week, somebody referred to Rodri as Rodri again, and what we won't do
is abuse. When we say, we can't baby him and babysit, that's going personal.
My opinion, non-opinion.
That's not analytical.
No.
Like I said, he hasn't. See, right, that's your opinion. We don't think he has been poor for 2 years.
And why do you keep saying it?
The first year, everyone was poor. Everyone was poor for the first year, right? For 6 months this season, he was poor. I agree with you. But
Accurate.
There is a player there. Why the club have given him a new contract with a pay rise?
Mm-hmm.
Pep Guardiola said to Biana before he left, you do not sell Phil Foden. You do not sell him.
But spicy potatoes knows more than...
So I'm sorry, it is what it is. Foden is treated different because he's an academy product who succeeded. He's going to have more credit in the bank, more time, more love. Why? Because that's just the way some fans are. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not right in your situation, but not every player is treated the same.
Can't be bothered to change my Foden emoji. Yeah, like you can't be bothered to form a proper argument against him either.
You can't be bothered changing his emoji. That's disgusting, man.
Just can't be asked. It's just,
If you don't believe in mental health,
names can't be asked.
I know about mental health. I've suffered from it.
Mm-hmm. I've been there for my life.
So and trust me now, I've had counselling, professional counselling.
Not from me, but I have been a counsellor.
Tell me about mental health. Panel members here are professional counsellors. You don't know who, but that's their job. They are counsellors. Don't tell us about mental health. We're the wrong channel to do that on. And I'm sorry, it's not at you. What I'm saying is that mental health affects people differently.
Yep, it does.
That's all we're saying.
Not everyone is resilient to keep pushing.
Right, but hang on a minute. Spicy potato, yes. Nico Riley will get this treatment, yeah. Nobody wanted to sell him, if you remember. Trafford, nobody wants to sell him. Have you noticed no one wants to sell Trafford?
No.
Trafford makes every spicy potato and people make excuses for him.
And
it was Winger. The ball flicked the other way. Donnarumma gets absolutely pulverized because of Trafford being homegrown. So you've just proven the point. You've just proven it.
And let me do the Rico Lewis one.
Players are human, Mike.
The sanest take about Rico Lewis. He was brought in a terrible season, played out of position. We broke him. And this season, when he's tried to come back into the team, he's had like a form of PTSD going back to last season. Do I think we should sell him? Probably, but I think it'll be because it's for his own good, not because I think he's shit.
Yeah, Rico does, and I don't agree with that. Have you ever heard us, Perexpe, have you ever heard us slate Rico Lewis? All I've said is he's best for his career. He moves on because I don't think it's fair that he plays 200 minutes.
People are
Never
confusing
called him
criticism
shit.
with
I've never
abuse.
said he's crap. You've never once. This is, please don't compare us to other people. We back
broke him.
all the players.
The thing is, people love confuse criticism with abuse.
I would keep him.
That's what they're getting wrong. And they're not actually understand that it's being critical, not being horrible. There's a difference.
Yeah,
I know. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I did Spicy Potato.
absolutely.
I did a show and I said, what the fuck is he doing in the number 6 role?
Yeah,
Ask Luke. I was on other channels saying, why is
WhatsApp.
playing him in the number 6?
I can show you WhatsApps between me and our kid, who's the season ticket holder, and we communicate throughout all the games on WhatsApp because I'm not in England at the moment, coming back soon. And I could show you WhatsApps where we talked about that during games. And then during the season when he's tried to come back into the team, I started to talk with our kid about this PTSD, which I think we gave him. And I think we have a duty of care towards Rico. You know, this is the right way to criticize a player.
Well, yeah,
is to
you
look at
can
the context
criticize
in which
Foden,
he failed and take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
And not just
and you know, I think people get confused with us and Twitter Spaces and other channels, and that's not a dig at other channels. What we're trying to say is, on here, the Mancunian way, we defend mainly all our players. The only ones I haven't who have hurt Manchester City. So your Tevez, I don't like. Why? Because he treated the club like shit. I'm not a big Tevez fan. Yaya Toure, I think he was a great player. I think he treated the club a bit shit and Pep a bit shit.
I got no emotional
races. I don't think it's a good idea.
The thing is, though, I'm going to say it right.
Anyway, we're going to move on. I
just have a honest thing, right? Nico, Roddy, and Trafford, right? If they make mistakes in the future, right, as they stay in this team, it happens to them as well, by the way. Because this is what people do. If they get things, and they will start hating other people, where's the new agenda? I know we move on, but I'm just saying, like, people often forget things and sort of move to another scapegoat down the line. Because that's what they always do. So it's it's sad, but it's just it's a thing that needs to stop.
The thing is, Luke, one of the reasons that I stuck with this channel is that there was a form of quality control, and I like it because of that. On many other places, there is no quality control. People think that they can say anything they want, and nobody's ever going to push back on them, and that it might get more people. But it's lowest common denominator stuff.
Okay, right.
Nobody
Trevor,
learns anything.
I'm going to go there. Do you know part of the reason why, I'm not saying it's the whole reason, part of the reason Sabinho wants to leave, this was the email that I was going to read out earlier on, because of the abuse he's suffered with over the last 2 years.
Wow.
Not saying it's the full reason, not saying it's 60% the reason, but part of the reason, and this is from the people who give me news, and Daps will confirm this as well, because he's had the same email over on the South Stand. Part of the reason Sabinho wants to leave because he doesn't feel wanted and feels like the abuse has got too much.
Like Edison.
That message is going to get people to say, "Oh, if I do that, I'll get someone else."
And I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put it up. Let me see if I can actually. You lads just talk, and I'll bring up the email that I got.
What that's going to do, Josh's going to do is going to encourage people who are absolute horrible, people to target another player. Do that same thing. Yeah, and that's where we've got to stop. As a fan base, we've got to stop this now. We've got to eradicate it. And it sounds harsh. Opinion, no, not opinion. It's hate. It's hate.
I think with Savio, sorry, Luke. I think with Savio, I think it all started when it was a rumor that Spurs wanted him. There was no bid. It was just a rumor, and I think it all started from that, saying that's it, get rid of him. you know what I mean? I think it's
1 minute, Governor. I'm just going to share this. Right. Obviously, you can't see the name. The club's position remains the same as it always has been. He's a very talented lad, and they would like him to stay. However, they are fully aware that the player and his wife have had enough of the online abuse, hate, and criticism he receives daily. Some of the channel's fans need to hang their head in shame. He feels he's been driven out. Another thing, he's a young lad with a heart of gold, very kind, caring, and when he goes, he will be missed.
I'll tell you right now, we will.
Well done, those other channels.
We will rep this, by the way. If he's just falling out somewhere else where Club respects him, you get people say, "Oh, we shouldn't have sold him," because that's where it's gone out of control. And Kay, you saying he's just shit, that's exactly the another reason why.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's not an opinion. It's just abuse.
Exactly. This is where this is what we're doing wrong, people.
You haven't got no patience.
No, they don't. And the thing is, if Xavier starts doing really well at Tottenham, and I think we'll do well at Tottenham, by the way, especially Simmons there as well.
What does this mean? The match goal fans have become so entitled, absolutely. Spice, what's up with you tonight? Where's all this coming from?
Jesus Christ! The amount of
where's this coming from?
He's on one.
I don't get where's that comment come from?
Because somebody on here.
Hang on a minute. I'm the only one here who goes to games on regular.
On his opinion, and he didn't like it. And he doesn't like being asked to qualify his opinion. He doesn't like being corrected. It's nothing to do with us. It's nothing to do with us. It's everything to do with him being a bit of a baby about being spoken to properly. I gave him the respect. I gave him a detailed answer. I wasn't rude. I didn't call him names. I was polite. And then he carried on, continuing to refuse to understand the information he'd been given and saying the same thing over and over again, which is a definition of madness. If you repeat the same thing over and over again and expect the result to be different, you're insane.
All he has to say is, fair enough, but I don't agree with you. Wouldn't have to carry on.
That's a good point. I haven't thought about it that way, which is something I say about 10 times a day.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, right, people ask for all these players to come into the club, right? How Savage just left, by the way.
No one's booed him. Who booed him? No one's booed him.
No one. Again, people, you want all these technical footballers and that you want, right? But then you're abusing these said players. Why would they want to come to City right now if you're doing this to them? Yeah, it's the thing. The loud minority, unfortunately, will always be the one that's. It sounds harsh, but it's true.
I'm not saying that's the full reason. It's just partly the reason.
No. But it's still a valid point in its own right. I know you know. Obviously, it's not the whole reason, but I'm just sort of making a point.
Yeah, but by the way, when you say like people said yes, LB said it and Prixby said it yes. If you said he needs to improve on his shooting, that is now a tactical criticism which you can look at and we can discuss.
Yeah,
I don't think they mean that. We're getting confused by that. That's not abuse. If you look at some of the Instagram comments that have gone to Savio in the last 18 months,
Jesus,
they quite get the F out my club. I hope you get injured. I hope you snap your ACL. It's things like that have gone on. That's not all.
Let me try to ask a question.
He called him by his number, number 26. Yeah. Wouldn't even give him his name.
That's a Lee Gunner thing.
We can't really.
It is. You got to say as it is. It is.
I love Lee. I am a massive respecter of his business model.
Oh, no one's falling apart. He's just got a bit spicy.
He's dead entertaining, and I listen to him all the time. But he.
I know this might. I'm just gonna say it. If Savinho puts up the same level of performances at Tottenham, would he get the same comments?
Is Pat there?
Depends. I think they're going to give him a chance.
Holiday for fuck's sake.
Pat, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you want?
I'm just going to nip for 5-10 minutes. You've got to make a phone call. Can you just cover?
Good for you.
Fucking hell.
What did I
Actually,
miss?
carry on. Talk amongst
No, I'm
yourself.
just saying, like,
Don't take
I'm
it
just saying,
personally,
like-
Pat, but I need to finish making this brew. It's not me and Martin disappearing to talk about everyone behind
That's
the
right.
back.
I hear the doorbell, but Chippy T orders here.
Sorry.
no, I'm just saying, like, Savinho's going to go to Tottenham, right? Tottenham fans are looking at Savio as a breath of fresh air from the wingers they have. But if he has same level of performances and Tottenham doesn't improve, he's going to get shit from their fans.
True.
Spurs is a bit of a weird one. I think if they were consistently mid-table all season, I think they'd be happy with that.
If that happens, though, it happens to him again, then there's a wider issue in Manchester City. Then people have got out of control because
No, I think that's the bigger issue. I know we get caught up because of City. I think in football we have too many guys like that. Where
people, it's like everyone thinks football's that life, and that's it. Nothing else to do in life. Like that's why they get so emotionally invested into it, which is fine if you grew up with football. But people just get too out of control with their reactions. That's what it is.
Also, Ed, you'll get a minority of our fan base saying, "I told you so."
Yeah, that's it. In streams, if we win them, they're not there. They're not there at all. But when we lose, they're there.
But it's all.
Guys, I saw online. Anthony Gordon cameo for England, and I saw a Barca account printed up and said we wasted 80 million. And I saw a load of comments giving Gordon shit, and he's not even played in a Barcelona jersey yet.
Yeah.
The way it's going,
so
all these footballers are going to have Instagram comments off, X comments. It's going to have all the comments off because they can't. Which, by the way, is not good at all. If that's not a good thing, by the way, people, it's not.
These players can't win, tell you, no matter what they do.
So I think one of the smartest footballers not having a social media account, although reports are he's got one now, apparently.
See, right. It's the thing like with Savio, right? People going about, oh, hopefully here we go, right? The thing is, right, you could have always said fair enough that you don't rate him, that's fine. But when you call him number 26 and following the trend of the hatred, you are part of the problem. That's the thing. I'm critical of him. We all are, but it doesn't mean you have to say I hate his guts. Like what? Why?
No.
What's he done to you? Look. If he was going because he wasn't good enough overall, there'd be no issues there. No one will complain. Fair enough. Gave it a go. We move on. But because I'm not saying that's the reason, but because the hate's a part of it, like that's not good. That's because I'd rather a player go because he wants to move on somewhere else, rather than go because not the whole reason, but he's gone because of what he's received on social media. That's not a good sign because people are asking all these players for them like Douay and that and they want, yet they're also encouraging the hate that some players are receiving. So you can't have both ways, people. You need to understand that some players will look at think, I want to go to that club if the fan base is like that. It's just I might be changing to people, but it's a reality people don't want to accept. So
that happens. Some players play well for teams, some players don't. You just move on. Players evolve all the time.
It's just how reactionary governor, how reactionary football fans are these days. Like growing up, I know there was no social media when you were growing up, governor, but I'm sure you never saw fans coming out of the ground and just absolutely slagging off a player, would they? They might just quickly look, he had a bad game, but they wouldn't carry on about it all week, would they? Or for months on end, basically. Or, create agendas that are possible to get rid of. Yeah.
We used to get beat every week.
Personally, I wouldn't, but that's just me.
I wouldn't. I wanted to see him on the left more. That's where I thought I was a bit annoyed with Pep not playing him on the left, because that's why we bought him, because he was playing on the left when we bought him. That's the whole thing. Then we bought Doku playing on the right, and Pep swapped them both. So It's a shame. I reckon.
Would you guys,
I'd like
if
one more season on the left,
it's
the way it is. Sorry, Ed.
no, if Savinho was to go and Dyer was brought in, would anybody be against that?
No, I mentioned that last week, Ed. I said about Ndai.
Neither would I. I think Ndai is much more. He's already much more Premier League proven, and he's ready to go. He'd just, he'd be a lot more. I think he'd just be a lot more effective.
Yeah. Listen, he's gone anyway. So
Yeah.
sad. By the way, transfer. Someone's asked me would I keep him.
Let's be honest. We can't complain, mate. We can't complain.
No, I would have
in
kept
2 years, we're turning from a £20 million signing and £25 million signing into what, 60, 70 million?
It can't be that bad if they're willing to pay 60 million quid. It can't be that bad a player.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I mean, we're still buzzing over the fact that we got up to 90 million for Alvarez. So,
That's right.
you know, if it doesn't work out, if it means that our pockets get a bit, the club's pockets get a bit bigger, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at it in a way where it's like, well, if the player didn't satisfy me in terms of how they played and what we were able to win or not.
But Cade, I'm going to know
financially, they've improved the club, you know, because they've made a
Cade, see what you're doing now is going down the abuse line.
Yeah.
And it's not even this comment, Cade. You what do you mean? Notice how Martin didn't mention my Big Steve comment. Right, hang on, right. Spice, I didn't see it because I'm still catching up with comments, Spicy Potato. Right, so please stop it trying to cause trouble between content creators. That's naughty of you, straight away. I said to Steve at the time, privately, I didn't agree with what he said. I said it in a respectable manner. I didn't shout, I didn't bawl, I just didn't agree with what he said. Doesn't mean that I think he's a dickhead. So yes, I did disagree with him. So let me get to the comment before you try and guess what I'm going to say. What I can't have is what you put, Cade. I can't wait for Tottenham fans to get frustrated with him. So you're embracing the abuse. I can't believe we're getting 60 million. Tottenham are overpaying, and I've got my flop signing of the season already. That's abuse, Cade.
That's a little too much. That's a little too much.
Cade, that's bang out of order. Cade, and I'm going to, Cade, you've been a guy on air from day one. Wind your neck in. Because I've told you the new terms and conditions. I've told you the terms and conditions for this chat moving forward. Abuse to panel, abuse to players is not going to be allowed. You get one warning. After that, you go in a timeout. If you don't keep doing it after the timeout, you're getting banned. We want an adult chat. We'll have a heated debate in a adult fashion. So these are the new terms and conditions. 1,500 people across Facebook, X, and YouTube watching this. If you're doing it as a joke, please make it known it's a joke. But LOL, emojis, make it funny.
Then we know it's a joke.
If it's abuse, you get a warning. Then you get timed out. Strike 3, you're banned. I don't care how long you've been here.
So we have to put you in the corner and face the wall, eh?
And I'm sorry, people are going to say to me, well, that's dictating. No, we want.
See, that's funny. Someone just asked me to explain the double privet.
We want a good channel where people can talk.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, as Dan Potts and many people say, there are so many other channels. Yeah. We may not be for you. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to interest you. If we're not, you move on somewhere else.
In a world full of darkness,
there's no hard feelings.
In a world full of darkness, there's nothing wrong to just have shining a little bit of light once in a while, okay? So let's,
Cade, you've got to calm down, mate.
Just edgelords. Just stop
No,
it.
And you know what?
It won't make you happy.
Right, we've spoke. You've apologised. You don't need him to apologise, mate. We're not here we're here just to have good, what I call good faith conversations. Good faith. I have come across as a bit of a dick at times. I know I have. I apologise for that to the community. Shut the fuck up, you. You've been on milk cartons for 6 months, right? We all can
Okay,
be a
I
bit.
haven't. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you've just got that. You've just got that scruffy beard. You look like a homeless person on the side of the road.
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. First of all, okay.
Mate, you never go away. Everything I go on, every space, you're there. You're stalking me.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Right, no, BB. But the trouble is, when you make that comment, you go, "Oh, I already know my flop of the season."
Yeah.
We all said this when fucking Palmer went, and then 3 months later, we were all going, "We shouldn't have sold Palmer." God, guys, just chill out a bit. We don't want this to become talk shit, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Can I go away from that, Martin? Martin, can I go away from that? What's this?
Yeah, can we
where
please
did
go on to another subject, please, somehow? Luke,
where
anyway,
did he put in that new? Is it like an amphitheater or something? Where they gonna put that near the ground?
The ABBA, the ABBA theatre that's coming out.
Oh God.
Where they
I'm not
putting it?
convinced this is commercially viable. And, you know, I just think that it's a bit.
1
like
minute,
a
Trev.
sport.
I've just got to do this because I'll lose it. Josko Gvardiol, improved terms, very, very positive. We'll probably sign 90% going to sign a contract when he comes back. Josko Gvardiol's going nowhere. Good.
So,
Yeah, I don't know about that, Trev. You know what I mean?
I don't either. I think that I know. You know, I mean, I've opened quite a few venues in tourist places, and there are some things that work and some things that don't. The great example is if you want to open a jazz pub, right? You can't put it in a tourist location because jazz has a minority interest, right? You need to. You can open a jazz pub in a city with 1 million people in it or 500,000 people, because a percentage of 500,000 people is a lot of people who will come to jazz. Right, so you got a viable business in a city. You put one in a holiday town like Patong in Phuket. No, because it's holiday makers. They're there for 8 days. They're not going to seek out a jazz venue. And I said this to a guy who was determined to open one. He was very wealthy. He opened one. It didn't work. You know, he's got one in Bangkok doing fucking great. You know, and this thing is a bit niche. The closest thing I can remember, there was a horror themed. I know this sounds weird, but it's a similar kind of concept. It was a horror theater restaurant in Hong Kong, might still be open. It was brilliant. They opened one in Singapore as well, also brilliant. So all the meals were horror themed. All the staff were actors and actresses. But to go and see one show, the population of Manchester won't sustain local people going to it, and I don't know every night. And I don't know whether we have enough tourists to make it viable. It just seems weird.
Yeah, they've got
But
one of
they
them in
had to
Melbourne.
push out some questionnaires or something, right?
I just, sometimes in the entertainment industry, rich people's egos get ahead of them and they think, I've got a brilliant idea, he's £1 million. And they go and do it, and then they sit in an empty venue for weeks and it breaks their hearts.
Could be a white elephant because
there are concepts that will work, you know, but probably only on a weekend. So you could do something like only 60s, you know, and you have
the idea of it is
band and a fake Stones, fake The Who.
You know, the idea of it is, Governor.
Yeah.
Basically, that whole area, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is full of people making money. So this is
one venue on, it's one venue on one thing, Martin, and that's what worries me about it. It's binary. It's going to work or it won't.
No. But the venues are over because you got the co-op. You're going to have the ABBA Theatre, which is in the car park.
The ABBA Theatre is the only one I'm talking about. Not talking about the rest of it. The ABBA
but the whole thing is for the same purpose.
So all of that will work.
All
of that will work. Generic entertainment venue will work, but the ABBA thing is the one I worry, and I can't understand.
I mean, it may or may not. Like I said, they can always change it, but they've got the museum. They've got a Michelin-star restaurant at the top. That's going to be open 7 days a week.
Will
it's
work.
going to have events.
Yep, all of that is brilliant. I love it. Just the only thing I'm talking about here is the one concept that I don't think makes sense to me. And I'd love to see the business plan for it and be convinced that there's a viable market for an ABBA-themed theatre in a city with a population of, 500,000 these days? I just don't get it. I don't think it's sustainable. Who's going to that? I'll tell you who's going to it. The same audience that went to Fufu's. You know, you got your Tesco tool tarts on a night out, hen parties, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like Fufu's on steroids. It'd be brilliant, right, for those nights when it's busy. But I can't see anyone going there Sunday through to Thursday. I just can't out of the local population. But
what the fuck's that?
Where was your salute?
Is that Luke off camera?
No, that was me. I just added that for next season, mate. So when you lot start getting a bit too Brexit FC, I'm going to play that over the top of you.
On your soundboard.
I thought Alan was going to appear on camera then.
That's why I got it for, just in case.
Yeah, Medlock Square. The Medlock Square is going to be phenomenal. And,
absolutely.
Listen, for someone who lives, I'll be able to know this. I live 5 minutes away from it. I can be in my car now, and in 5 minutes I'll be outside.
Yeah,
I'm that close.
You get on a 210 from Hyde. You'd be there in 10
You know what
minutes.
I mean? So I know what that area is going to do, and it's going to be fucking marvelous. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a big fan of the Co-op Live. It's an eyesore. It's just a big square black box with a bit of blue lighting around it with the Co-op Live. You can't even see the fucking stadium.
Is there even a co-op inside it?
Yeah.
£5
for a can. £5 for a can of Pepsi, robbing bastards.
There's not a proper co-op inside.
Thatcher's Britain. Thatcher's Britain.
All right, again, here we go.
Oh, bollocks to that. Over there. Look, Alan was making his entrance like.
Play the music again.
All right, 1 sec.
Don't eat chores. No, we're not doing politics on here.
Can you see it?
Yeah. So
it really is a colouring book.
Trev, should be saying na. Boris is a.
Okay, first show back and we're fucking monetized. Well done, lads.
Yeah, that's it. It's over.
Your watershed's over anyway, halfway.
Hang on. Can I just apologise? I didn't even see LB's super chat, and it's not LB, it's somebody else. Guy that plays for Morocco busting cider baller. Who's that? It's what Mazza. You know what already?
Oh dear, Martin.
What?
This has to become part of our lingua franca for the channel. Busting cider baller.
All right, you dickhead. Fuck off. Right, get it out.
Busting is definitely from the Midlands.
You wanker! I didn't even know. I've just been Mark Goldbridge. I've just been Mark Goldbridge.
I don't like cheese and I don't like fish.
Peaky Blinders, busting cider boiler.
That Martin, that is that the new name, Medlock Square? Because it's going to be open 7 days a week, so I don't need this theatre thing.
Yeah, because it's called the Medlock Hotel.
Yeah.
Because it's against the because you know the river that's alongside it. That's the River Medlock.
Yeah.
Governor.
I thought it was a survey.
I didn't realise we were doing fucking Manchester historical here, you know, Governor, for you, mate. How long have you been over there?
Too long.
2016. I've seen a survey to say what do you want to call the new fan zone square. So I didn't know it had been named.
Busting cider
Ndiaye is being looked at. Ndiaye is an option, but as is, there's 4 or 5 players per area at the minute. So he's just one of the names. I don't know how far up the list. I don't know how far down the list. Morgan Rogers is on it. They've had a look at Mazza, but that went dead. They've looked at so many different players. In Dye, I'm going to be great with you. I'm not sure he's worth the money Everton are going to want either.
No.
We couldn't do some sort of business with them without Grealish in return.
No, because again, this is Stefan talked about this and somebody else. The Premier League for 26-27 are bringing in a load of new rules. So from 26-27, all the loopholes that Chelsea found, basically, they should. It's probably going to be called the Chelsea rule in the media. They're blocking all these loopholes up. So you can't sell your women's team. You can't sell your stadium back to yourself. You can't buy a player from a club and then sell a player to that club. It's then got to go through the Premier League, all the due process now with market trade. And
the truth about this is that
it's going to get very complicated.
Chelsea already know the next 20 loopholes that they're going to exploit.
Someone said that, but they already know what they're doing.
Yeah,
they absolutely know.
You're already half a dozen steps ahead of the league. Yeah,
they have a team of brilliant accountants and lawyers whose sole job for their bigger businesses is to look to exploit loopholes in government regulations, and the Premier League laws are going to be just like a knife through butter. It's just going to be child's play for them, and the Premier League employ in-house lawyers and in-house accountants who are trying to play catch up, and then they write these really clumsy fixes and try and impose fines that never get imposed because they get challenged and they're shit. And Chelsea are so far ahead, and many other teams will be following that model. And it's just avoiding compliance, and it's an art, it's a science, and these people are really good at it. Big businesses and big business owners like Chelsea's they do this all day long just as part of their business. And they pay these people a fortune. You can guarantee the Premier League are not paying their accountants and in-house lawyers a fortune. And the good ones will eventually end up being poachers turned gamekeepers and go and work for the other side. Because that's what happens. It's corporate capture. It's just the thing.
Right,
the Premier League haven't got a clue what's coming their way.
Bit of breaking news for you.
Go on.
Trev told me that. So it's a bit of an exclusive now. Been told that sources close to Yamal have not denied links to Manchester.
Passive attribution.
So it could be on. Could be on.
It is understood.
Possible.
The sources close to
peruse the market, perusing. Navigating the field.
You heard it here first. Breaking.
Yeah, but this is what we're going to start doing, because I love the way people do it on Twitter. They go, sources cannot confirm or deny the interest in this player. Yeah, because no fuckers asked them about it.
Yeah. Passive attribution, mate. It's my mission for this season that everyone who listens to this channel understands what passive attribution is, how to spot it, and then what to do with tweets that contain it.
Here we go, Sammy.
Hang on. Here we go. Close to Luis Enrique. I've said he's not ruled out becoming Manchester City manager one day.
I like that comment. Look at F1, Trev. Can you go back to it? It's really good.
Yeah, you can't buy hotels either.
It's very true, Trev, about F1.
Sell them back to yourself.
Yeah, can we go back to it? I think it's a great analogy. Sorry,
so
mate.
BB, say we wanted to make an extra 200 mil somewhere very quickly. City, Sheikh Mansour could sell that hotel to one of his people at City buy it back. There you go. Basically, do you remember Real Madrid a long time ago? Real Madrid were in debt to the King of Spain for I think it was quite a bit of money.
Academy or something to him
they sold the training ground for €1.
Yeah, that's right.
The king went, I'll buy it off you for €1. We give it them back for free. Like, fucking hell, how's that fucking doing? You can't do shit like that no more.
The thing is, when the king supports your team, you can do what the fuck you like.
Well, when you've got the king's fucking crown in the middle of your fucking back.
By that rule, Aston Villa are going to win 10 league titles in a row in the next 20.
He's not the king yet.
That's what I'm
We've still
saying.
got
About
2
20 years' time from
titles.
now, Aston Villa are going to win about 10
William
Premier League
Leeds
titles in a row.
Hey, Ash, I looked this up the other day. City have now been linked with 526 players. In the last
Get them all.
no,
Get
I
them all.
counted them all up.
Get them all.
Being serious.
And we're
So
selling
that-
500
40.
players.
So in that case, Chelsea's linked to about 2,812.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm talking from 16-year-olds right the way through. And I'm including like all the, you know, the wonder kids that are all coming out and everything
Wonder
else.
The Wonder Kings.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy.
You know what I'm
But yeah.
searching for now? My midfield.
Shit.
What I've been thinking about. No, Rodri can go. Get what you can for him. And my midfield.
Whoa, Governor, let's talk about that comment a bit more.
I've had enough. I've had enough. Can't wait for the World Cup. Been too long. Get what you can for him. He's been brilliant for us. Ballon d'Or. Don't care. Move on. My midfield, I'd love to see and push is Anderson and Valverde. There you go.
Valverde, yeah. That's
I can't do Valverde, and there's reasons behind it.
Yeah.
Anderson and Valverde, that's my midfield.
Well, Valverde is worth more in Scrabble.
Never played it.
Right, what's made you go like that? Right, because that's quite defining from you, Governor.
Yeah, but I've lost patience with him now. I think you should just get what you can for him. I mean, did you see that? Did you see that tackle?
I'm trying to stay away from that in a minute, Dom Deco. I'm trying to not. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go around it in a nice way. Why do you think he got knocked out in the training room by?
Right, he can do one.
Knocked out by.
Yeah, no.
He didn't just call him a twat. You can imagine what he said.
He can do one. He's dead to me.
Yeah.
Did you see that tackle on Rodri though? That was shocking tackle. It's only in training.
Gavi,
yeah.
Just for
You know
that.
what I mean?
I know that was a bit true-footed from Governor. That you've even surprised Trev. Look, he's gone quiet. Even he can't believe what you've just said.
Don't worry, I'll be on his side in a minute if it proves to be.
I know. I'm waiting for it. He's going to come up with something, and you'll switch.
Can I tell you, this is the same scenario, right? They'll give him a bit more money, right? He'll ask for more money, and it's the same scenario as Salah and then Van Dijk. They'll give him more money, and he'll be shit for that last season before he goes. So I can see it happening. So get what you can for him, move on.
Yeah. The irony of Governor saying we have no patience and having no patience with Rodri. Isn't it ironic from you?
I've charged, Your Honour.
He's kind of got you there a little bit. No, listen, Pat, I've not heard your opinion on this.
He was acting up. He got a slap. Is it a crime? Apparently,
listen, I want to hear Pat's view because Pat's been away for 6 months. He's probably been on another channel, probably.
Slap up.
Oh, he's not laughing. He's very serious today, isn't he, Pat? Look at him.
He's serious.
So would you
know what it is with Pat?
So would you be if you've been
When
inside?
you get a girlfriend,
You get out and
Pat,
they're giving you a
Pat,
gift.
have you done a bit of bird? Have you done a bit of bird and not told anyone?
What?
You've been doing a bit of bird.
Doing a bit of bird.
Have you been staying at the Queen's Hotel or the King's Hotel for the last few months?
His pleasure.
I think he's been abducted.
Have you been in prison?
Have you been in fucking prison, you bloody hell?
I thought that was like His Majesty's pleasure or something, which let's not go into too much.
Well, it is, but it's a bit of bird is what they say down south. Bit of bird.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realise you moved to London.
Done a bit of bird.
Do we?
I'm surprised you hadn't changed the channel to the Croydon way.
Yeah, arm gesture there.
Well
done, mate.
Yeah, just doing the flappy.
No, that's
what they do in the East End. It's what they do when they get a club. They get a club.
Like, mate.
Yeah, but then you just break out a bit of Happy Mondays and you'll all start doing the same thing too.
Oh, tool, don't they? I've got my tool.
I've got my man.
No, you just look like a fucking tool.
Anyway, Pat, what's your thought on Rodri?
Right, where are you with Rodri?
Oh, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I try to end up contradicting myself because it's. See, the thing for me is like I would like for him to do it to extend, and people are worried. Well, he's only got a year left, so usually that's a sign there myself. But then again, we also gave him the luxury of full recovery from his injury and everything like that too. So that's something I've got to factor in as well. I don't know. I'm really because of that. I'm really kind of on the fence about it because as much as I love having Rodri and the way he plays and things like that, I don't know if he's the same player as he was pre-injury. So that's why I still have a little bit of the concerns. But for me, looking at it too, it's like, well, how are you going to replace him? Who are you going to replace him with? And do you seriously think that whoever we replace him with would be able to do the job even half as good as what Prime Rodri did? So that's why I've always got questions about it. So for me, I'm just waiting and seeing what the club does, what Rodri wants to do. But yeah, look, if the team wants to cash in, for it, then so be it. But if they want to get another good year out of him before he goes away, then so be it, because we've already got the best out of him anyway. So I'm kind of okay with that.
We've had the best out of him.
See, I've heard a few people say, all right then, is he worth 450 grand a week on a 4-year deal?
It's a big gamble.
450 grand? Oh, jeez.
It's a big gamble.
According to Fabrizio, everyone likes to listen to Fabrizio. We've offered 375, 400. Apparently, he wants more. So we have to, I don't think he's doing it for an extra 10 grand. So for hypotheticals, let's go up in increments of 50. 450.
The only way I can understand that mind, is because if Aaron's on what he's on, right, Rodri's a Ballon d'Or winner. So I can understand it, that side of it. But what's too much? Like 375, if that's not enough, Jesus.
See, I'm of the belief it's not the money. I think the money is being used because I still stand by what I've been told. He wants to go home.
Yeah.
And I think he's using the money thing as a reason for City to... He's trying to make City sell.
Just saying what I said, Martin. He's holding them to ransom. Same with Salah.
But he's not. Because think of it this way. He could take the money, sign up a 4-year deal, and then no one signs him. If he's got a year left, or he goes on a free, he's not costing City money. But on the other side of the coin, if Real Madrid don't come for him, what does he do? Real Madrid need to come for him.
I think there might be an element of that. He realised how mortal the footballer's life is and how quickly it can end when he got his injury. And I think that might be playing on his mind, is that this is the last bag he's going to get. He wants to maximise that bag because he learned that in one tackle, your career can end and it's all over and you've got no more money coming in. And that might be playing on his mind, trying to assign the most cynical but positive motives to how he's handling this. Then if he's being selfish and he wants to get the biggest bag that he can to end his career, and, someone will come and give it to him. If it's not Real Madrid, someone will come. So what are we risking? We risk keeping him for a year and him going on a free, we lose 50 million. Okay. Or we sign him for another 3 years and get the next 3 years out of him, paying him more salary. Or we sell him now to Real Madrid and we get 50 million, but we lose him. Those are the three options.
Let that president of the Real Madrid promise the fans that you'd get Rodri, right? Well,
but he
make that
lost the election.
He not the president, the candidate, one of the candidates. Yeah, the candidate.
He lost.
Oh, so he wants Haaland, the other one.
No.
Cuomo, the one who said he said he already had Haaland and Rodri lined up. He was a candidate. He was trying to knock Perez off his patch.
One guy wanted Rodri and Haaland, and he lost.
Right.
It was actually a lot closer than people thought, Trev. It was closer than people originally thought.
When I made my video, I looked at the Poly market and I looked at the polling from Spain, and he was about 26% chance of winning on the polling, but Polymarket had him at between 4 and 7%, and he actually got 30-odd%. Which, I mean, I'm not going to go into my Madrid economics thing here, and we've already done it once earlier on the show. So, but you know, if you want to wind it back, and if you're interested in what's going on at Madrid and their crisis of liquidity, and why Perez stood on a platform of raising 500 million, it's because Real Madrid are skint. They've got no liquidity. So God knows the guy who won. God knows where he's going to conjure up 150 million from, because they ain't got it. They just haven't got it. They have not got.
Barcelona have raised money, haven't they, through there? And they've done it through. They've done it through Spotify, haven't they, and all that?
Yeah.
They'll be throwing money around.
Real Madrid are maxed out.
By the way, I put something in the private chat, and you're just ignoring me tonight, yeah?
Where is it?
No, Pat.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I do like the Mark Vivian Foey thing, and that's getting quite because that's coming up to the 18th anniversary.
18,
2003. No, 16th, 13th. You're on mute, Pat.
No, 2003 was his passing, so that was 23 years.
23 years, actually.
23 for 20
The only
years.
reason I know that is my granddad passed away one day after Foey did, which is very weird. Very emotional week for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that was horrible, that, because I remember I think the city were going to basically entertain his loan from Leon, weren't they? They were going to make it permanent, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Mamouche, right, Ash, I'm going to leave it there because on Thursday we are going to do keep, loan, or sell. But we're going to do it in a very measured way, an adult way. We're not just going to do sell him his shit, loan him his old, get rid of him because he's. We're not doing that. We're going to go through the squad in a very measured, very sensible way. And we're going because just to give you a hint for Thursday. So if people say, right, I want to sell Mamouche, what we want to look at is, right, so what do we lose with Mamouche? Where can we bring that up with Mamouche? Say we sell, I'm trying to think, a Foden. Say someone says, as an example, right, so we're going to lose like 15, 16 G&A. Who can make that 16 G&A up? When they're injured, who can bring them in? I want to look at it in that area. I don't just want the shit selling. What I want is proper thinking about it, right? If we sell Trafford, does our shot save to ratio come down? How do we make that up? If we sell Donnarumma, things like that. I want to really look at it. And I'm sorry, people are going to think I'm being really thin. We want a channel now that is different to everybody else. The reason is because everybody else is brilliant. I love all the other channels. We all get on with each other. But what we want is on here is a deeper thinking with stuff. They may get a bit boring at times. I'm sorry. We'll do a bit of banter in between, as you've heard. We're going to do a bit of banter. The other thing is the new thing, Blues Brothers. If you want to be part of Blues Brothers, episode 1 will debut on Friday night. Email us mancunianway1894@gmail.com and we will get you on. You have to have a camera on for this one because we need to interview you. You can do it with me or with Pat or with Ozza, and for 20 minutes, we want to know your City history. It is not just for City fans, Manchester. It is not just for someone over the age of 40. You could have been a fan for 1 year. We don't care.
Who are you?
We want to know the people behind the fans. Why, what? And we want a real good mixture of everyone.
For most Mancunians, they'd be quite short shows because it's like my dad made me. Do you know what I mean? It's
don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'm from a United family. But
it's going to be. What's your favourite game then? When was your first game? Have you ever been? How would you get that? There's going to be different things to it.
Yeah.
I'm negotiating my final year contract right now, Steve. He said, sell Trev now because you won't get much for him later.
No, listen, I think we can all speak. Trevor's been a great addition
stop it.
to the channel.
No,
Tone has
stop.
been a great addition to the channel. Pat's one of the co-owners when he's around. Blues down under on this week. Oh, he's off again. Look, we're off. Bye. See ya. She walked in with a bra on.
That's why I come on here, get me fixed.
She's not
No
going
Blues
to
down.
give you any of you a bloody look, see, is she? You bloody person.
He's Blues down under on this week.
I don't know. I have to talk to the lads if they're up for maybe doing it on Wednesday. We'll see how we go. But if we do, it'll probably be a lead up
One
to
of
the
them's
big game
there.
on Sunday.
Ask him. One of them's there. Ask
Well, I
him.
know he does. He's Mr. Reliable. I'll talk to Rich. He's probably off. You talk about milk cartons. Rich has been bloody off in the wilderness for the last 2 weeks.
You and Rich, it's these Aussie lads. These Aussie lads are very unreliable, I've got to say.
We need to rest our shoulders in the off season after carrying the channel all season. So yeah.
Oh,
you know how it is. Yeah.
Controversial.
Ooh.
Controversial, but honest, but factual.
Hey, I met Macca at Bournemouth, and he was well up. I thought he was going to kiss me, hug me. There was a lot of man love going on when I met him. I think he'd had 1 or 2 drinks.
Yeah.
But he was like, I love being on the channel. Get me on all the time. I love it. I'm like, bloody hell. I didn't even know it was Macca until he started hugging me. I went, good day, mate. Man, another one. Another one's here.
Yeah. Well, you're going to say g'day, mate. Yeah, he's probably more Mancunian than
Tie
you
me down, me kangaroo.
Probably, yeah.
Rich is out to find booking Binto. That's a good point. Listen, right, we've gone for 3 hours 15. I've got to say, listen, we don't mind a debate. Not a masked one, but we do like a debate. It can be a bit fiery. We will kick back a little bit to you. But like I said, the new guidelines moving forward. If you're having a joke, let us know it's a joke because we want to laugh along with you. Sometimes you need to understand the joke, as LB did to me earlier. Fucking did me like a right kipper, sadly. So big up to LB, who did me very well with that. But thank you for the super chat. Like I said, new rule moving forward for the mods and the community. We'll have a joke, but if you start being abusive in idiotic ways, you'll get a warning. Second time, a timeout. Third time, you're gone. Because you know what? We want quality control on this channel. That's what we want. We want you to feel safe in the chat, to be able to express your opinions without being abused. And that is by us or by the chat or anyone, right? I'm going to calm down a lot the up and coming season because I do get stressed. I've got things going on, as you know. Thank you all, by the way. I have told, I said, one day I may just disappear for a while. My dad is now on the end of life care. Choosing the hospice tomorrow. It is what it is for them. I've now just got to make the next few weeks, few months, whatever it is. This is, I don't know, the best I can with him. But what I will do is, and I know everyone loves this channel, your channel, we are gonna put the fucking accelerator down so hard in this upcoming season. We are gonna work, especially me, harder than we've ever done before. Because we don't want to be the biggest, we want to be the best. There's a difference. And that's what we're gonna do. Spaces of Mancunian Way hosting are done. We're gonna do them on here now. So instead of me doing a space at 1 a.m, you know what? Bollocks. We'll do a show at 1 a.m. and we'll get you on. We'll get you on camera. We'll do it on air. You don't have a dog and back. You don't have a dog and get someone else to bark for you. We'll do it on air. We're doing YouTube on air. So the Twitter spaces have just come onto air now. And they'll still be quality controlled. But we're going to meet some new people. We've got a couple of lads who want to come on that we've met at the games that we're going to bring on. We've got Blues Down Under. We've got the Blues Brothers. We've got loads of shows. Spartacus is going to come and do tactical breakdowns for previews of games. He's going to do the post breakdowns on South Stand. We're going to do the previews on Mancunian Way, tactically. So we'll look at the next 2 or 3 games coming up. Spartacus will break down tactically. And then on South Stand, you'll get the post. I'm going to do a show on Dapsies once a week. It's going to be a lot of moving around. We're going to try and if we can get Steve McInerney on, great guy. We're going to show a lot of love in the community now. And that's what it's about. Because we want you to have a channel you're proud of.
It's a shame Stefan happened, isn't it, really?
I'm still trying to get Stefan on. Jack Garn, we're trying to arrange for August. That's still in the works, Jack Garn. It'll actually be better for August because then we'll actually know what's going on in the process of a few things. So we can ask deeper questions, actually.
So you could even say, like, where do we stand on these signings when we're meant to be?
Yeah, we may still do stateside. We've got to look at the times. I'm trying to speak with Danny to do a, American Danny, to do a youth show on the EDS and Loan Watch. So where we do loan watches and we do EDS games. We're going to do some women's stuff next year. So, by the way, this is a question. If you are in the chat or you are watching on Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and you know about the women's football, you know about women's, you watch Manchester City women's, get in touch with us. We want someone to come and do some women's shows. Doesn't even have to be once a week. Can be once a month. So, yeah, all's coming up. The rest of you say what you want to say while I just bring up the comments.
Yeah, I think Luke and I are going to do something about City players at the World Cup that won't be entirely serious. We're hoping to do that, I think, Wednesday. It won't be live. That'll be kind of edited and go out as a canned show. I'm still trying to get hold of somebody. I've had one email back from the big Spanish clinic that deals with ACLs and stuff like that. So I've just tried to bring up the email, but I can't find it. I want to talk to them. I don't want gossip about our players who've been there. I just want to ask them some questions about the level of ACLs that's happened over the last 2 years, because it's gone through the roof, and a few other kind of general questions about that, because I think we don't understand what they do, and I think they've also got some knowledge that may be interesting to us that isn't, time sensitive. So it could go out in 6 months, but it'd be worth a watch. Everything doesn't have to be news, is what I'm saying.
Ash, by the way, don't worry. 5 a.m. spaces will be just 5 a.m. shows. We're not stopping talking. We're just removing the Twitter part and bringing it into the YouTube part. It's still going to happen.
I'm going to get no work done doing these things.
No, do you know why? Because people are around. So instead of being Twitter spaces, we're going to do YouTube spaces. Hey, we might just call it that. YouTube space.
Wow.
The YTS. YouTube space. Youth training scheme.
Oh!
Yep.
Also, watch out for some lunchtime shows. You've heard of Sex in the City? We're going to do lunch in the city.
Lunch in London.
Thrown on me. Who the fuck's got an ambulance backing into the living room?
Clearly.
Pat, is that you?
What do you mean?
I can see the smirk on your face, like you're doing something in the back.
What is there that you could possibly see that, like, okay?
We've got something in the microwave.
No.
Are the Palestra rumours true? True, he signed during the show. We announced it live. You should have been on earlier. We had an interview with him about an hour ago.
What's the show?
Listen, because if we do them, we're going to try and get Magnus on here. We're going to try and get Pat May come along in. Because you've got to remember,
Magnus,
the world is a big place. The world. Right, you've all heard that, haven't you? I'm not hearing fucking things here. What's that? Who's got a police radio on or something?
Someone's.
Oh, that'd be me. Sorry. Now my earbuds are running out to charge.
Right, Ash, I'm going to say this quite clearly. Morris Sheed was banned from this channel. He knows why. He knows what was said the other day. I am not a racist. Morris Sheed called me racist.
I can't hear you now.
So no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ash. I'm not going to be called racist by Morris Sheed. Called me a downright racist. I'm not doing it.
You're getting hitting on though. He's always worth.
No, because he called me a neo-Nazi. He called me a neo-Nazi. And wish my mum and dad would pass away. So no, he's done. Listen, you personally attack me, you're getting banned. Simple as. I am losing it. I know someone was doing it. It was fucking my governor there with his yeah.
Earbuds.
Right. Anyway, Trev, Pat, thank you all for joining us. Governor, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Good cracking comments today. Thank you so much.
Done with. Finish with. I don't want to mention it again. Big up, mate. Make a change from calling me. What? Who's called you? Who's calling you? What are you on about? When have I called you? What? Mario, that's Winger from Dutch League Break. Right, yeah, so big up to everyone. Massive thank you. Hopefully we'll be back with Blues Down Under this week. Thursday, keep low and self, Thursday night chat. Friday, we're going to premiere episode 1 of Blues Brothers. And yeah, loads coming up on the channel. Thank you for the support. We're back full time, apart from the first 2 weeks in July, because I'm going away.
Kathy, I'll explain the privet to you on the next show. Yeah. So tune in for privet news.
I haven't kicked him off. I don't know where Patrick went. Patrick's having issues tonight with his connection. It is what it is. I've explained the privet.
Yeah. Happy to do it, but not today.
Trev's hedging his bets.
I am hedging I'm hedging towards an explanation of the privets, the double privet.
One thing I want to say is record numbers tonight. We've had over 3,000 people watching.
Wow.
250 likes.
Wish I'd known that I'd have had a shave.
Yeah, big up to you all. You're amazing. Back with a bang. We'll see you all, if not tomorrow, Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 100%. Tomorrow, Oil Brothers, 8 p.m. Me, I think Trev will be on, and Ed will be on.
Take care, lads.
Me and Baz will go at it. 3 Black and White Eyes, 8 p.m. Oil Brothers. Take care. And as always, up the Blues.
See ya.
Come on, boys.